or something.
You're giving Perry too much power now.
Nah.
I mean, to be fair, every Pokemon that can lower defense has 𝓬, so it can read.
Oh, you fucks! How do I level up a speed stat permanently in Pokemon? I can't do that. You can't level up speed stats permanently.
Yes, you can.
Cool.
There are a couple of ways. You can either give it Carbos, or you can give it Speed Wings, or you can go and buy a bracelet and at the you can go buy a bracelet at the Delibird station, give it to it, which will lower its speed temporarily, but increase the amount of speed effort values it will gain.
Oh, interesting. Cause I'm trying to find you guys know that armor Pokemon
Yes, I have one.
Yeah, I love it. I have one too. I heard that the best nature for the violet one is the Jolly nature because it gives you a pretty decent attack boost. I found an Adamant
Anyways,
one.
are you in a place where you can easily like reload, Kage? I'm gonna disconnect for internet.
I'm in the middle of the battle with the Sandygast, so if you could wait just a moment.
I'll wait.
I finally found a
Right,
female
it's
one.
Sandygast and the evolution is Pile of Sand, right?
Yes. I finally found a female one, so.
David's Pokemon, man, has... Yeah, dude, David was playing super late today, dude. Holy shit.
So wait, too, man.
Like, always. Yeah, doing League of Legends, though, so that's...
I figured. I saw the call.
Yeah, yeah, dude. There was so many people on that one last night.
Ooh, my Dreepy's terror type is dragon.
Oh, nice. Oh, I love the terror types. That's actually really cool. I really like the terror types. I thought that was cool. I love my Chandelier for Coco.
Sorry. Have you attempted to do the Union Circle?
The fuck? I haven't heard
Forming
of that.
a union?
Union Circle makes it so you can walk. Actually, you know what? Let's give a visual show of things. Let's just get a visual show of things. Just
stream. Yeah, I forgot you can do that, Will Doc. I forgot, but no, Dane's here, bro. Dane, calling Dane MIA. Oh wait, that was a while ago.
That was a while ago.
I'm here.
Maybe Perry's MIA. I don't know.
Silent.
A little bit. What's that, Will Doc?
He's been a bit silent, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Because you guys are, talking.
Pokemon.
Oh, we got a Pokemon. We're waiting for the cold open.
Pokemon.
By the way, I named my female Sandygast Queen.
Nice.
Queen.
That's reserved for Nidoqueen. Come on.
Bro, what the fuck is Union Circle? Oh, can we make Miraidon go faster?
I'll show you.
Can we make Miraidon go faster? Or is that as fast as he goes in the beginning?
Miraidon, as easy as I call her, levels up when you do Titan Pokemon stuff.
Oh, so he does go faster. Oh yeah,
so,
look at you, bro. You're going way faster.
So going forwards, and then I click down left stick after doing the first Titan Pokemon, you get a dash. Also, say hi to. Let's see, where are you?
The chud, the baby chud.
I'm right outside the electric gym I'm at the beach with the Sandygast.
Was that the Wiglet Pokemon?
Yeah, that's a Wiglet at the bottom. It has two abilities, Sticky and Gooey.
Yes.
Of course.
What the fuck? Oh, is that an innuendo on purpose, bro? Oh,
maybe.
Oh, no. Oh, you can swim? Oh, you fuck. Yeah, you can climb up the walls, too.
He's a lot farther than I am.
Let's just do it like this and show you the map a bit.
Oh, wait.
Those numbers tell you what I've done in what order.
So in one, and then
I went from gym to Titan to gym to Star to Titan. Also, that's Kage.
Cool. Oh,
that is Union Circle.
Cool. That is
up to 4 people.
That is so cool.
And here is Smeargle.
Whoa.
I love that Strife is literally already first, second, third in chat.
Oh, wow. That's a really cool Pokemon.
That's more hilarious than anything.
That's a regional one, right?
No. That's not Smeargle. I call her Smeargle. The Pokemon's name is Grafifi.
What the fuck? I haven't seen that one.
That's a new one.
Have you seen Shrootles?
Oh, no.
Shrootles, like the big green eyes?
That's Shrootles evolutionary?
Yes.
What?
It's a graffiti Pokemon.
What the fuck? Seriously? Oh,
I'm gonna show you probably one of my favorite abilities on her.
That's nice. I like it. I like it, Will. It's a nice Pokemon. Yeah,
I don't use it a lot, but look at this.
Really?
Oh, one moment.
U-turn,
Doodle.
poison jab. Doodle? Doodle?
Yes.
What is
If I can
doodle?
manage to... Doodle. The user captures the very essence of the target in a sketch. It changes the ability of the user and all of its allies to that of the target.
Oh.
So let us say we were on a terror raid and we were all fighting, let's just say, my favorite example, we were all fighting a Sheninja.
Okay.
I use Doodle and now everyone has 𝓮𝓺𝓾𝓙.
And then
Every one of us
have,
has
like,
𝓮𝓺𝓾𝓙.
ability. Oh, so that means that you get. So that
Yeah.
means that you get the abilities of the target Pokemon.
Yeah. So for example,
Oh.
if we were fighting 𝓮𝓭𝓏 and I was using this one in the terror fight. If I use Doodle, I lose Poison Touch and instead gain Poison Point. So I could have Punk Rock on her as well if I was fighting a Toxicity. Or I could have
Also,
Levitate.
I have the Pokemon too.
the nice thing about Union Circle is that, like, the raid in the background that you can see.
Right in the background.
Yeah, those
Oh.
sparkly things. I can just press Y to join them instead of having to send a code every time.
Yeah, so
Cool.
I can go to the opposite side of the world, enter a raid, and it'll just a little pop up at the top. You know when you do a main quest, it says like, oh, go to this place.
Yeah, check. Yeah,
That will,
Y to check.
that will pop up.
Wow.
That little thing will pop up and say press Y to join raid.
Yeah.
I want to say you can also potentially go in here in Poke Portal and go check out Terra Raid from here.
It's really cool. Oh yeah, below you.
Because that's how you get into that's how you get the Union Circle from where you are, and then you can go into Terra Raids. I want to say, let's see if this is the same screen.
So I crashed.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Well, in that case, okay, so this is interesting. So if you go into the online thing and you check the Terra Raid section, that is the exact same place that it takes you when you press Y. So now we also know, like, if we don't get a notification, we can just go in there and find it there.
Oh, wow, yeah, in case you missed it.
I hadn't saved this entire morning.
Oh no.
It's a good thing Violet has an autosave feature.
Unless you disable it.
Unless you disable it.
Why would you disable
I enabled it, or I did disable it at the beginning. No, I ended up fucking up.
Wait.
No, I enabled it.
Wait. So you disabled it to get out of a jam?
So the issue is that I was trying to get a female 𝓓𝓏𝓼.
Oh.
Well, it does an autosave right after you say no to the thing. I actually closed it in the middle of that autosave, and it still went through. So I had to restart again.
Yeah.
So once I had access to the by the way, it loaded me back up right at the Pokemon Center.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, unrelated news. You guys know about the game Dead Cells?
Yes.
I've heard of it.
It's a good game.
So Dead Cells is having another crossover.
Oh god.
Really?
What now?
Terraria, Risk of Rain, Hotline Miami,
Ooh,
Zero, and Slay the Spire.
Yeah, that's pretty good crossovers. That's pretty good.
That is a hella good crossover.
Also, apparently, the titular Mr./Mrs. Cell is 4'6", or 5'6" if you want to count the little thing coming out of the top.
The actual head.
Okay,
Well, if you want to count the actual head is they are less than a foot because they're just a thingy. What I'm talking about is this. It's a very nice poster for it.
Every foot counts. I mean, every inch counts.
Okay.
Depending on what you're talking about.
Speaking from experience.
Okay, I have officially shut it off, and I've put my paddles on the thing.
I see number 3 has to be Risk of Rain, I think.
But yeah, I'm curious because apparently, like the little thingy goes both ways. Apparently, so apparently, if you play Terraria, there's going to be a Dead Cells insert there as well. Don't know quite yet, but oh well. Oh, also, I was raided today when I was playing.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that was yeah. I was raided today when I was playing, and yeah, I was raided like 5 minutes before I was any stream.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
That is unfortunate.
You
Oh
know,
boy!
you won't have to give me that many ads if you subscribe.
Yeah, if it were like $1 a month, I'd do it.
Quacks.
Is 𝓓𝓪𝓷𝓮'𝓼 streaming?
But do you
Hello,
understand that I'm trying to save money, right? As I look at my Pokemon purchase.
Yes, you're trying to save
Look,
money.
Sorry for peer pressure. I'm sorry for peer pressure.
It wasn't even peer pressure. It was just more of I lost my impulse control that day.
Ah.
I spent close to $400 that day.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
I just find it more hilarious the fact of I still have no idea what the fuck is in Violet, and here you guys are talking about it.
You should have said no spoilers, man, if you don't want spoilers.
Yeah, if you don't want spoilers, you need to tell us.
I mean, it's kind of hard to scream at you guys politely, say, "Hey, shut the fuck up about Violet. I've yet to play it."
When are you gonna play it?
Today.
I was going to say, like, at the very least, try to get to Los Platos if you want to play multiplayer.
Yeah.
I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming Pokemon later today with Demi and Moon.
Okay. 𝓮𝓼 can have 𝓮𝓼 can have the 4th slot.
I think 𝓮𝓼 will be asleep.
I'm gonna be asleep, and on top of that, there's work tomorrow.
But yeah, no, definitely sleep.
I have told Dane though that if he wants to stream today, that I do have time Wednesday, so he has promised me a poker stream then.
Okay.
There will be a poker stream with 𝓮𝓼 on Wednesday.
Well, if
So
it's
what's
at
the
any
starter gonna be,
time,
by the way?
What's up, Strife?
What's your starter gonna be?
Yeah.
Obviously,
What?
Spaghetti.
Oh, nah, man. 𝓮𝓼's where it's at.
I'm sorry, but you guys can have your 𝓮𝓼.
Listen,
like my
even
cat.
Jesus chose 𝓮𝓼. Come on.
Of course, bro. Of course.
Well, that's why I'm a
thinking myself,
heathen.
we need one person to pick Quaxley.
Quaxley. We need someone.
No, fuck Quaxley, bro.
I like Quaxley. The problem is they made a gator Pokemon, and that's my weakness in Pokemon.
Here's the thing: 𝓮𝓼 is hunting Dittos. You can get your gator Pokemon.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but I need that starter bond,
Ha ha ha.
Well, then someone should start the game, get Quaxley, trade it to 𝓮𝓼.
Oh yeah, that's
breeding program.
breeding program.
Well, to be fair, it's not the first one I've started up.
Oh my god.
Though, let's just say it like this. Something that I found out is that, just a little bit of a funny thing. Just to inform, because there is no formal like daycare in this generation. There is formal breeding, but there is no daycare.
Huh.
What?
The way you get eggs is via orgy, as I like to say it.
What?
Yeah.
It's during the picnics.
Excuse me?
Yes.
What?
Oh my god.
When you're in a picnic, you have 2 picnic baskets, one on the table and one behind the table. The one behind the table sometimes get items in it, like potions and such. Okay. And they sometimes sneak eggs in there if Pokemon are of eligible breedable egg types. It's much slower than in any other game, but it just brings along such more strong, vivid thoughts of like, well, let's just say it, promiscuous thoughts, because goodness me, like, okay, you're just out there in the wilderness having a picnic while your Pokemon is having an orgy.
An orgy?
Just right the picnic. There's off-screen having that.
Strife, what do you mean by change my stream subject?
It's Pokemon now. Into the stream.
No, it's not Pokemon. It's still fucking Pathfinder. We've been live for the past 14 minutes.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? We're using this one today. I was looking for the music, and I'm just using this one today. At least
If it's not the Pokemon Kanto theme or whatever, I will not be
No.
happy.
Yeah,
It's themed to the area. It's themed to the area. Don't worry. If you go look at the name, you'll see why it's themed to the area. But oh well.
But yeah, Dane.
Crusade. Got it.
Let me know when you want to Union Square with me.
Probably during some
That
downtime
totally doesn't
in
sound like
between the
Union, though.
actual. Yeah, I know
The
that.
problem,
I know,
I
right?
want to say the problem with getting Union Square up and going is that just one last thing, you can't start up Union Square and just have a password out there. The moment there's only one person left, it just stops it.
Mhm.
So if you want to just, here's the thing, like if you have 2 people, you can just have like a key going. I want to say people can join on the fly.
I think so.
If ever like you just one alone, it just breaks off, and that's why I asked why, asked where you are at the moment, because if I had left, it would have disconnected you. Maybe after the battle, maybe, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. I do appreciate you waiting for me to get Sandy gassed.
Well,
Oh,
to be fair, it would be counterproductive for me to tell you where it is and then take it away from you.
Yes.
by the way, I probably should tell you guys this. I have a 4-day weekend this week.
Ooh.
Thanksgiving off?
Yep.
Dane's finally playing Five Nights at Freddy's again on Facecam.
Thank you,
Oh.
Dane.
Why?
I gotta take my chicken out of the freezer.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
No,
So
it was a good reminder.
The
Thank
torch
you.
trick, it's gone.
It was-
Oh, no.
Of being reminded of things. Where have you guys been storing your Where have you guys been storing your reindeer?
I think we left it back in there. We didn't take it.
In the pitch blackness.
I think so, honestly.
They have dark vision.
They don't. They have
I
low
thought
light.
we took the reindeer with us.
How are we fitting in through these halls?
Here's the thing. I'm not gonna punish you guys for not saying where the reindeer were. If I'm gonna be honest, more than likely they would have been following Vivian because she's the only one with competency within handle animal, and they are underground in closed areas in the dark.
Speaking of competency with handle animal,
Oh.
I learned that the amount of tricks a base animal can learn is based on their intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Therefore, I can train Ra for more tricks.
Yeah, but Ra is counted as a druid, druid animal companion, isn't he? But minus.
No, he's at full. He also has
No,
a
I'm
6
saying,
intelligence.
I'm just saying words-wise, does it literally just say oh, you get a horse as per this or as per that?
Hold on.
See here, Divine Bond. Opening up Divine Bond. This mount functions as the druid's animal companion using the paladin's level as effective druid. Which means that you do have just X amount of bonus tricks.
I'm going to handle animal. Once I get to animal companion.
Bonus tricks. Let's see here. With being bonus tricks, the number of tricks on animals known in addition to any. Okay.
The druid might choose to teach it. I still have to spend the.
Set, though, but yeah.
They don't count. Okay, never mind. Doesn't count
Oh, no.
against normal.
Yes, it's extra.
Normal limit of tricks known, and if tricks they can learn is based on intelligence, then I suppose you do have more.
I mean, I still have to spend the downtime / food costs, but
an animal of intelligence of 2 can learn a maximum of 6 tricks. Where is it that you see that you can learn more than whatever?
I was an handle animal when I saw it.
I mean, that's what I said. That's what I read as well. Oh, Dane, you got a.
Yep, I see it.
You got a manuscript.
I see it.
Train animal for a purpose.
Right now, I want to say right now, I want to say Ra was trained for purpose and not for tricks.
He was. I trained some of the tricks, to get him to a purpose.
But yeah. So let's see. You are now level 9, are you?
Yes. Hi.
So as far as I can see it, you have a total of 10 tricks that Ra can be taught.
I have a shit ton of tricks for him.
Okay.
I need to actually teach him.
Well, that's what the canon is for.
Yes, but in total right now, Ra only has 2 technical tricks.
Well, that, and he also has the amount of tricks given to him by purpose.
Yes.
What I want to say, what we did was that when you taught him for a purpose, I lowered the amount of time because you already had many of the tricks on the list.
Yes. Yes, the
Let's see
extra tricks I have currently are attack 2, because I wanted him to be able to attack anything. And he can now hunt for us.
I don't think it can hunt in the cave. Or this place.
No, he
Just
can't
in
hunt
general is
here.
what she means.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that he could hunt when we are in traveling.
Okay. Okay, so the
This
idea
is a
of training
little
for
loud.
purpose. The idea for training for
Mhm.
purpose is just that you get to get it sooner than if you were to train it individually. But it's
Yes.
still the same amount of tricks. So if he's combat trained, then he has the amount of things that is in combat trained, or like fighting trained, or whatever, combat riding. Combat riding was it?
Yes, he's combat riding.
So attack, come, defend, down, guard, and heal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you have.
He has
Let's
8.
just say you also have attack twice, so you have 3 more.
Yeah.
You have 3 more tricks you can teach him.
Yeah, I will. It's on the list of things I need to do besides retraining.
Yep. Now we just have a. Now we've addressed it. So now you have it as in like a proper
Yes.
thing down on the table.
Yes, that's all I want, because there are some other tricks that I think he should learn.
But yeah, everyone with the exception of 𝓮𝓺𝓷𝓵, roll me a will save.
Oh yes, that includes me.
Yes. 𝓮𝓺𝓷 doesn't have to roll anymore. He hasn't been gone yet, so he hasn't got into intermediate yet.
Okay, that's not enough.
I really wanted you to get it.
I really wanted to get it too, but unfortunately that's only a 16. I have to break a 10.
Yeah.
At least a 10. Alright, let's go diamond dice.
If I remember correctly, after my notes, Sakurai is also only just 1 away from getting into the intermediary stage.
Probably. We got 16 too, Kairi. We're matching.
Okay, at least we're friends.
Azra, you and me all got a 16.
Ooh, we're flexing. Ooh, we are lined up.
Okay.
Look, I was gonna say twinsies, but now there's 3 of us.
It's triples.
Trippies, triplets.
It's amazing. We all got a total of 16.
There we go.
So okay. So for Zacharias, for Zacharias and Azray, you don't feel compelled to speak out what you don't feel compelled to note on like what 𝓮𝓺𝓷𝓵 said as he left, through a door, like the door to north right, because it made sense to you. Like, I don't feel so good. I'm gonna go lie down in the coffin for a bit.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go hide out there. Like, don't worry. Like, I'm from here. I'll just throw my way out. Like, once I'm done hiding.
This is to be my summer home.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Meanwhile, Vivian and 𝓮𝓺𝓷 just sort of see, they just sort of see 𝓮𝓺𝓷 just sort of plop out of existence. But Phantom appears to be like, almost like as if unsummoned, as it were. Oh wait, never mind. Because Phantom at the time, he never resummoned him. Phantom would have been inside of his mind, right?
Yes, it's in his mind. Oh, right. Yeah, true.
When he last was here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah, so he just sort of blips out of existence, and apparently went to sleep in a coffin. So that's decent.
Azri,
Yes.
where's
No.
Ulan?
He mentioned that he wanted to go for a quick little lie down, and seeing as this was his home once upon a time, I feel like that was a good idea. He is very familiar with the environment.
He just disappeared like all of you normally do.
I'm gonna decide with Vivian on this one. I actually can feel no presence from Ulan, and I just vanished.
I saw him walk away on my end.
Yes, I'm
Asray,
fairly certain.
Zacharias, do you question the motives of your friends?
No,
Like,
just
do-
think
No,
it might be a little
this
bit.
is commonplace, so no, I don't question their
Hold
motives.
on. Vivian's eyes go big. She says, "You finally believe me? I'm not crazy?"
It just says nothing.
It's a Deanna.
Yeah, it's towards the end, right?
Yeah, but basically what I'm saying is that if you feel very strongly like for like, oh like no, he definitely went away. But I'm basically saying if someone like goes against what you saw, you are entitled to get a reroll in the save if you want to take it. Basically what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mate, was that true? Like, did he just disappear? No, I was sure I saw him walking away. If you feel doubts, you can reroll. But that is up to you if you want to take the reroll or not. Just find a way to work it in, basically. But yeah.
Yes, Vivian. I believe you.
Yes, there. That was the energy that I heard.
Yeah, that was the you got it on the nail. Well, like with that energy.
Yes, Lord Guru, I'm aware.
Yes, Mom. No, that's
I don't
a different
know.
thing altogether.
I don't know if the clap came through.
No, it didn't.
No,
Discord
damn.
silenced you. Oh, that's why it's doing it.
Let's just say that I've been able to start noticing those things as well.
But have you seen people melt like into little squares?
No.
Damn.
What?
Where is melting? What?
He kind of looks at Azray. Well, I saw when you died, I saw your old body deconstruct itself, and then your new body reconstruct itself out of black cubes.
He just stares in shock.
Kind of why I threw up.
Just say nothing.
Yeah, I have not seen
Okay.
that.
Asray, roll me a will save, but with a +4 to it.
Oh. Oh, what the
Funny
fuck?
now.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Yeah, so
That's a
what's
dirty
up?
20. I'm gonna say one moment as I roll something else. Oh,
Oh, there it
I
goes.
dropped something on the floor. I'll be back.
I'll
Remember me.
be back.
Ah,
Okay, I'll find it later. Just
Oh,
grabbing a die.
we're celebrating your
Okay,
name. man.
Azray. Well, everyone else notices that the nose of Azray starts to bleed as a shooting pain goes through your brain as you just sort of
Oh my god.
feel wrong. Take 1 point of wisdom damage.
Oh,
What? So I got high roll for nothing. Okay.
No. What you gain is progression with the shadows,
Oh.
with the knowledge.
Lost.
Like you recall. You recall memories of you dying and sort of just being in a black void with just eyes everywhere.
Oh wow.
You just
Oh,
see
wow.
eyes everywhere, and then you sort of remember sitting up at a table. You remember feeling your mouth moving, but you don't recall hearing what you said. And then you just sort of walked out the door, and then the blackness.
Oh wow. Oh,
And
wow.
then you just sort of, the pain stops, and your nose has stopped bleeding, but it's still blood.
Oh,
You've still
wow.
bled, basically.
goodness! I go and attempt to wipe it off his nose.
I just stay frozen, terrified of what I just saw. Very confused. Wait, what's Azra's intelligence? Oh yeah, no, I'm very confused. I think it might be a hallucination from a different I don't know.
You definitely recall the hallucination to be around when you died. Yeah.
What I'm going with is I remember what you were saying, but I don't want my character to acknowledge it completely. I want him to be in denial. So like he acknowledges
it. I'm just.
No, you're clarifying. You're clarifying. Yeah, you're clarifying. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, I'm just standing there in shock, scared, confused. I have a look of abject fear on my face, and then it slowly transforming into a look of terror, and then I attempt to master my emotions.
Can't stop in sense.
No, fuck you. Calling upon my draconic bloodline, I steeled myself. I'm kidding. But yeah, okay. That's scary.
Oh. And I'm attempting to clean the blood off your face, and I'm just passing right through you.
Yeah, Azra's too stunned to even notice, but he nods his thanks. He doesn't notice that you keep on falling.
Oh no!
Wow.
I just remembered something. So you guys remember seeing some of the old stuff on YouTube and like the old clips and such? Have you guys seen the dude who's taken a drag off something in the shower and then just gets a soul-piercing gaze?
The fuck no.
Like he's singing in the shower. He takes a puff of a cigarette. And then he just gets the longest 1,000-yard stare ever as he goes silent for like 5 seconds. And then he continues singing again.
Yeah, I've done that many a times.
Oh my god.
No, I'm saying like that is like I'm just giving a visual like representation of basically what Asai just did.
Yeah.
Like he's talking, and then suddenly as something is said, he just sort of
1,000-yard stare.
1,000-yard stare, nose starts bleeding.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to like acting again.
The intercept sounds quick.
Mac.
He transforms into Guag and transforms back into Azri.
Everyone is now master rank with saves and shadows, so you have mastered it. Congratulations, that's what was needed.
That's what was needed.
Nah, just joking.
So what happens to the corgis?
Well, yeah, that is. I was getting to that. As you guys are talking about yourselves, you just sort of notice one of them just staring off into the distance. Currently, the one that is the mount of the other, and he just sort of looks in the distance, lets off a bark as a shimmering portal, or like shimmering doorway. Like literally, imagine like a very neatly carved door. But it's made out of light. It just sort of appears in thin air, and they just sort of bolt straight through it, as this little door just sort of closes behind them as they pass through it.
Wait, they could have gotten us through?
Roll if you want to know about this sort of thing. You can roll an Arcana to see what that was.
That is not one of the skills I have.
Sure.
I will attempt. Uh, 16.
Sorry, I just need to...
Fine.
Okay, thank you for breaking it.
16.
It's been all 16s before then.
Sweet 16. You know what, Name? I'll have a request.
What's up?
Could you rename the stream to the Journey of the 16th Labyrinth of Osirion?
You lost him partway through there. How do you wandering?
How do you even spell that?
For the time being, I want to call this the 16th Labyrinth of Osirion.
The 16th? Oh god, so there's more.
Oh, that's just because of
we've had 16s a lot of times now. We have 4 16s in a row.
You know, I got for the
No,
15.
five, because one happened off screen.
Yes.
You mean like this?
One
I've
moment.
renamed the stream.
One,
Yes.
2.
The Jordan.
Three.
Yeah, there we go. It'll be our inside joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, anyone who actually listens to the beginning of this will know.
Who's in
Or
chat? I
you
see
know,
3
just
people.
clip it.
The beginning of the 3rd session in the labyrinth.
Yes.
But yeah, with a modified 20, you don't necessarily recognize the any spell being cast by the corgi themselves. It was almost like you could imagine, like, it very much looks like they was taken elsewhere by someone else. Like maybe someone. I mean, you would imagine, like, the way they were acting, like they were acting like it was not like they know what was going to happen. They started moving in the direction of where the portal was going to open, and the portal basically closed behind, like, at the lap of their paws as they passed through.
Oh wow.
So you can very much imagine that whatever transported them, like, it wasn't them. Maybe it was like someone they serve, or someone that's helping them, or something like that. We are fairly certain that even if you had, like, very much reacted with instant reflexes, that portal would maybe have closed upon you before you had a chance of entering it, if the person making it didn't want you through. So there is... Yeah, you imagine that they're helping out, they're helping you guys out. The Corgis are helping out, they've been helpful so far. But you got a feeling that they might also be doing other stuff elsewhere, or helping out someone, or something like that. You don't quite know. You're gonna have to ask them about it. Yeah, basically, bottom line, the biggest thing you learned from that is that, more than likely, they wasn't the one making the portal.
Yeah, okay.
They just exploited it and found it.
Or serving whoever does,
Oh, that's a good
is
point.
what he was saying.
Oh god, they're servants of Umas. No, I'm kidding. They're double agents. They're double agents.
Double agents.
They're double
Okay.
agents.
That's right.
I will say
Yes,
this, you guys. Some of you guys have seen the Gate of Umas, and it looks nothing like it.
Yeah.
Yes, my mighty compatriot. I am a bit shaken and stirred, but my mental fortitude shall be recovering post haste.
You are
Here's
also
some-
partially stoned, literally.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Remember, you start getting
Yeah.
the stone curse or whatever on you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I am
You have,
covered.
You have 3. I want to say you had 3 points of dexterity damage, and because of that, you have -5 to speed and +1 to natural armor.
I do remember the +1 to natural armor.
So be right back. My mouse, my laptop is messing up, so 1 sec.
Arsalan. This is
That's fine.
embarrassing. No, it's
Oh.
embarrassing.
I feel old now. Damn it.
Oh god. A
What?
Also,
reindeer.
keep in mind, there are 2 reindeer in this room as well.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I feel old as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Oh.
P.
That is something for a cap gun.
Yes.
Oh,
That is
yeah!
ammunition.
That's
That is
super
ammunition for a
old.
cap
I
gun.
remember
The
that.
only
Yeah,
thing-
I remember that.
The only thing that makes the only other thing, like, I'm gonna get. Let's see here.
It literally says I can smell this picture.
Yeah.
I can.
I'll make it out. I'll make it better. Smell this.
Well, shows us his
Fuck!
We have 2 horses?
What? I remember that.
Or 2
How do I
wagons?
remember that? That's the same thing.
Oh,
like, a
that!
different- a
That's
different
yeah.
loader,
That is the
right?
same thing, but paper
Yeah,
form.
different loader, yeah.
It is Capcom roll paper. And you used it. Oh goodness me! You used it in metal cast metal cast toy guns and other things like this. And you had the rolls like either you had
Yes!
this version where you had the caps like put into it, or you had the ones where you had a little compartment where you put the roll, and it
Nah, I
like
remember
feeds
the roll
up when you pull the
one.
trigger,
Yeah.
and it
The
goes
belt
forwards like a bang
loader,
sound.
Yeah, those
You
are
know,
cool.
I can't help
Sweet
but
gunpowder.
I can't help but feel that this is one of the reindeer talking about a fucking cap gun.
No, they're in the corner, sort of huffing back and forth, and they're sort of just making sounds every once in a while as they are gesturing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are two reindeer.
Wait, do we separate from the wagon, or are they attached to the wagon?
Yeah,
No, we separated them from the wagon. Remember,
Okay.
Strife?
Because
No.
the wagon's in my hold.
They can't breathe in the portable hole.
If you open it every 10 minutes, you know.
Every 10 minutes, yeah, but still, like, that's not. It wouldn't be good for them. It would be hell for them. I mean, just imagine that for yourself. Like, you're sitting in a very dark room with like starlight around everywhere, but you can't see your hands. And then like, you feel your breath getting more and more shallow. And besides, it wouldn't be 10 minutes because they're large creatures.
Oh, right.
It would be like
5.
one large creature can last for 5 minutes in a portable hole. 2 of them, 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
I ain't stopping
So,
every 2.5 minutes to open the hole.
Well,
Yeah.
that's like how many rounds of combat? That's like
That
let's
is
see.
that is 25 rounds of
25. Yeah,
combat.
25 rounds of combat. You know.
But you have to keep in mind that you have to spend 1 round to open it and 1 round to close it, and that is if you're like peak performance, like placing out the portable hole. But yeah, let's just say that unless you can strap bottles of air to their faces and make them be able to breathe from it, you can't store these guys away. And I'm not making them like active combatants or anything. I just want to acknowledge that you have 2 large reindeer following you guys in these hallways of this ancient desert tomb.
Mhm.
2 reindeer.
One of the games with them following us is they'll block our retreat though sometimes, but that's my only concern of us having them follow us. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just want to acknowledge that they are there. I don't want to make it a hassle. I don't want to make it a hassle unless you guys want it to.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
No.
good.
If we're bringing them, I'm fine with having the hassle there. Like the drop downside for it, you know.
Yeah, Arslan's the masochist, everyone.
I am.
I mean,
No, deny it.
he was the major proponent, I want to say, of
You're
the
proud
party
of me.
splitting 3-way. I may have suggested it, but he was the one that nudged it.
Hey,
Anyways,
Azrae. What's
Yes.
with this stone part on you?
That is a good question. Me and Ulan were off exploring another tunnel, another side entrance, side place, where the fuck. And we found some stone golems that appeared to be quite stronger than they looked. And upon vanquishing them, they kind of exploded on us.
the way Azrae explains it very much is reminiscent of the first, like this
One
guy,
we fought,
which you guys
yeah.
fought
Yeah.
in the hallway right besides.
I don't recognize this type of damage.
Well,
Do either of you two recognize it?
that's the damage that happens when you fight them. That's what I was trying to keep you away from.
I didn't see this fight, so I have 0 clue. I was still walking by the time we finished.
Vivian did a religion check on these guys and found out they had some sort of a cursing attack, but didn't know exactly what, and now you know the nature of the curse.
Yes. And I attempted to heal them of it, but it didn't work. So I don't know what's doing this. Exactly. I'm not the best at arcane stuff.
How fast do those stones grow on you?
They seem to be growing at a very slow rate. It doesn't seem to be too pressing, fortunately.
Because until we find... sorry, good.
The stone growth happened. Well, the stone growth, the stone conversion happened very quickly, like about a minute after the very quickly,
Exposure.
like from the combat ending till them getting like over to you guys. But since then, like you guys have been like sitting around, like nursing the wounds for like I don't know, maybe like half an hour maybe, like in this room, just getting your bearings and observing these stones, and it does appear to be like spreading at a very slow rate. Like if you watch it, like at the beginning of the hour and the end of the hour, you can see I have moved a little bit, but it doesn't move a whole lot. check it out multiple times. It appears like pulsing, sort of like sometimes it grows more, sometimes it grows less. You've got a feeling that for some reason the body is somehow managing to fight it. You imagine that the dexterity damage might be able to like be healed by a night of rest by 1 point, like usual. But then again, at the same time, you're going to be rolling for how much dexterity damage you take that day.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a daily roll 1d something to see how much dexterity damage you take.
Let's hope it stays slow then, because if we can't cure it, we need to find someone who can, or else if it progresses more, you may become a statue along Fulan.
I gasp.
If anything,
No.
we can. If anything, Vivian might be able to alleviate it. Some of it.
Well, I mean, I do have lesser restoration prepared today.
We can try it.
Deanna kind of goes silent as he thinks before he nods his head. Better to use it on Azra here than me.
Oh, yeah, because Ulan kind of poofed.
I bow my head in gratitude.
And Ulan was the one with the 4 points of damage.
You hate the most.
Okay, I will cast lesser restoration.
In that case, roll me a 1d4.
I'ma throw that caltrop.
Yeah, do it!
I did it. It's a 4.
Yay.
Well, it's
3.
4 dex
It's a
damage.
3. A 4 dex damage. It's just a 1d3.
Is it?
1d4.
No, you gotta
you roll a
3.
3 on a 4.
Oh wait,
I
yeah,
just-
you rolled a d4, not a d8 and half an epic. Yeah. Lesser restoration dispels any magical effect, reducing
Oh, okay, yeah.
score, or cures
Yeah, it's just
1d4 points
1d4.
of temporary ability damage to the
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah,
Also
so he
eliminates
heals 3.
fatigue from the target as well.
Hmm.
And also improves an exhaustion condition to fatigue instead. So yeah, so Asbury had 3 points of dexterity damage on him, and you notice that the stone appears to be receding, not completely going away, but it no longer has any dexterity hindrances. So he loses the 1 point of natural armor, but he also regains his 5 feet of movement.
No, that seems to work for now, at least.
We should be able to keep moving then. So before we start moving, Azra, report. What'd you find up there?
There was it was a door, I think. We found another entrance or exit, but unfortunately we decided not to pursue any other avenue. We also found a room with a pool in there. At least I think it was a pool.
Yeah, you found a room with a pool that was warm to
Cool.
the touch.
Cool. Yeah, so I would share that with the rest of the group.
No wonder you're the queen.
Yes, we had a very nice, relaxing spa day. It was quite. It was fantastic. Oh, jeez.
Why is there a pool in a place like this?
Perhaps these royals or these former owners of this once magnificent palace enjoyed cooling off in a refreshing room, perhaps.
Keep in mind, Dienra is a borderland barbarian from the far north.
So he's not
Why would
for that.
someone have a pool in a palace?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
I said earlier, you saw a desert and everything, so if we assume the outside of here is desert, maybe that water just have a water supply in here because of those conditions.
Fantastic.
Quite possible.
I mean, if you want to see the
Hi,
outside
Nordic.
area...
Hi, Nordic Werewolf. Hi, Nordic. How are you doing
If
today? Sorry.
If you want to see the surrounding areas, I mean, you can just go in there. As I point to the pillar, because we're in the map room again.
I'm good for now. Elon went there, then soon after got cursed, so I do not want to risk that.
I went in there and I wasn't cursed.
You're also not exactly in corporeal form right now.
Please don't rub it in.
I'm just saying, it's different states.
Hmm. Anyway, we should get moving. Which way do we want to go?
It seems things extend both directions still with no clear exit from what we've gone so far.
Okay.
So I don't know if we want to
I want to say you've gone here and you've gone here and you've gone here, but why would I be deleting the map after you've been moving then?
It would... Should we split apart again?
No.
I'd say so.
No, it is very clear that 𝓓𝓪 cannot handle himself.
That's why you should go with
Very-
this time.
It was very, albeit I will say it was fun. It was fun the one time, but personally, I would say I would personally very much like it if you didn't split the party, unless you guys were at full strength and feeling ballsy, or if the need is absolutely dire. That is just me going with a suggestion. I won't stop you from one way or the other, but I also wash myself of any and all consequence that may come of what you guys do, if you do. Anyways, what you guys want to do?
We split the pie. No.
Very good. So
No.
Well, in that case, let me get the axe.
Get the axe.
yes, get the axe ready.
No, no,
yes,
no.
yes, yes.
Is it to
Think-
trim my beard? Is it to trim my beard?
Well, yeah, just trim your beard from your body. By that, decapitating your
Trim my
head, thus splitting the party.
Trim my head.
I-
from the-
I think,
What do you think?
I'd rather side with Vivian on this one. You and I both did get moderately damaged, and 𝓓𝓪 did get himself cursed. We're lucky
I was
that
not
we
the
didn't
only one.
We were lucky
I
that
got cursed. Fuck you guys.
I mean, we could leave you to get more cursed if you want, 𝓓𝓪, if you're gonna keep bringing it up.
No.
You're saying,
regardless,
Genra?
regardless, we got lucky the fact that we managed to be healed enough by Vivian over there. Whatever we're dealing with here, especially in this land, it's definitely not as welcoming to us.
When is
As
anything
we-
ever welcoming?
The kobolds. The ones that weren't hostile to us.
To be fair, 𝓪𝓏𝓏 was pretty welcoming. For being orphans, 𝓪𝓏𝓏 was pretty welcoming.
Nordic redeemed a bruh. Sorry, there's no sound alerts during D&D.
You should just put in the title, no sound alerts.
I
But
should.
I'm happy. Face.
Or if you want to do it for them, just sort of disable
Disable,
it from the points
yeah.
menu per stream. It doesn't take much, honestly.
That also is fair.
Hell, if you give me access to your account, I'll do it.
No, Bap. you may be the dominatrix here, but you're not allowed into my account.
Oh shit! Jane's hiding something.
For now.
Now.
I was gonna say,
Anyway,
you
he's
just given
moving on.
mod privileges.
Yeah, but as a mod, I can't go in and do stream management. I want to say.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't think you can as a mod.
What I
think that's still
what I need to do is I need to get into the gubbins of the affiliate, not affiliate, the interaction menu, and going and like toggling things in the channel points section. But oh well. There might be a way of like
Well-
granting like partial, but oh well, we don't have that now. Where
Well-
do you guys want to go?
We will work on that later. But
Yeah,
We have
two
two
different ways
paths
to
we-
go. Yeah.
one path I was once guarded by apparently stone soldiers, from what 𝓓𝓪 is saying. The other path we ran into giant scarabs.
Well, the other path, if you follow that route, leads to a circling at that point. But there's also the other way we just didn't go from the very beginning either. Well, there are two ways, I should say. How many paths were there for you, 𝓓𝓪, when you went up?
There were 2 golems, my good sir.
How many paths?
Oh,
𝓓𝓪?
shit. There were
Roll me a quick intelligence roll. Just roll me a d20 plus intelligence.
Wait, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
Well,
Okay,
don't you mean D20 plus minus?
roll a d20. Is that
Plus
that
and
what
plus and minus becomes minus. Plus and plus becomes plus. Saying plus intelligence works.
I remember nothing.
God.
You say you remember nothing. You remember lots of paths.
There were too many.
You recall. Let's see here. There was. Let's see. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You recall 8 different paths. Maybe 9. That's what you recall. Anyways, it was lots of paths.
Lovely.
Honestly, you have difficulty remembering. It was quite labyrinthian.
Yes. Quite. Also, because I'm a stoner. I mean, who said that? Weed has nothing to do
Hey,
with
look at the stone on you.
Weed
Look
has
at the stone,
nothing-
man.
Yeah, there we go.
Look
There we
what
go.
we
You
Look
can
what we've done to
legally,
you.
you can legally say that now in all context. You're a stoner. You turn to stone over time.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down your door right now, baby.
This is the truth. Nah, bro, hey, man, bro, weed is decriminalized in Florida, bro, so they have bigger fish.
That's
to
what I'm
fry.
saying. You're good. You can say it.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
You can also claim to be Medusa's boyfriend, but oh well.
Oh, so that's what really happened. You guys just didn't want to say.
That was
Okay.
just- yeah, bro. Hey, man,
I-
a gentleman does a kiss and tell, bro.
But
I
from
think-
what I'm hearing,
What about a
man,
sailor though?
Oh, that's
Yes.
different. That's different.
we either had the Labyrinthian path Azrate and 𝓲𝓪𝓷𝓮'𝓼 north, or the other
Yeah,
two paths
basically,
we saw the other way.
You don't get a
No
usable
idea.
answer out of Azray. Like
No.
there was a lot of paths.
It's jungle.
Yeah.
There's definitely ways to move forwards, but you don't know how many of them
Where?
will prove
Yeah.
fruitful.
I say we stamp out the more limited path section first before we have to go that way, if we do.
I would say we head back towards the path with the scarabs.
Well, that path itself looped. As you remember, Vivian came around the door, I believe. Unless it was just on another way. I forget that part at least.
We couldn't get past that one grate.
But
So-
the other door you came in from, was there any more?
Was there
after
another
that?
path there, or only that way?
There was another path I could not go up because I would have to leave Raw, and I think I had the corgis behind.
So
Yeah,
as I
the
said,
corgis
because I
were
do
following
remember last session, we went to the door with the scarabs, there was a right path you could take as well.
Yeah,
E.
That
I
wasn't
kind of went
blocked
up
by
part
anything.
of it.
You did?
Okay. No, I went past one of the blocked paths.
No, it wasn't blocked. It was back when the scarab room was there. You had the immediate left to the room, and you had a straight path going forward. You never went forward that way.
You remember more than I do.
Yes, I do. I remember
Yes, he
maps, for
does.
better or worse.
Our slants
Yeah.
is really opening.
Like, I
the-
remember that Azrae's path only had 2 real ways to go up north, but since Azrae doesn't remember that doesn't exist.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I suck at maps, IRL.
So
I remember most
so
of them, but yeah.
In other words, you guys are going back to the scarabs then, just to
Yeah,
just
Scarab
to
Room
look-
picks was another
yeah.
path. Yeah.
So you walked away, and you
Actually, wait,
noticed
what?
that when you walked into the room, and when you walked back into the map room, you recall passing by the rubble of the stony undead that you defeated. As you walk out
Okay.
now, after having looked through Azray and Ulan, checked them out and stuff, the rubble is gone.
Dissipated.
That's
I hate
strange.
that.
Keep your guard up, everyone.
Yes.
Agreed, that's not... Well, that doesn't seem to work the best for us. Out of curiosity, Diana, what happened? There should be another door on this wall, shouldn't there?
And this
As Diana
hall-
ran away. No, back. There was one.
No, I'm just.
No, I'm just telling him, back there should have been one, because
Oh,
there was 2 doors
over
into
here,
the
you
map.
mean?
No, there was 2 doors into the map room. One that led
There was
out
4
on this way. Or on this
There
side,
are-
I mean, this
there-
side.
There were 4 doors.
Yeah,
I mean,
there were
I'll
4.
show you, I'll show you this. So there were 4 doors and one you haven't looked at yet, which was this one.
Which is on the same wall as this one, so why is there no door 3 this way?
Map fuckery.
Okay, map fuck. Okay,
It-
that's
So-
one of sure.
so-
I'll show it to you.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it goes like that, and just to show you the other end of it,
Mm-hmm.
I have it like this, so that arrows pointing to each other lead to each other. That happens not too much, but a few times. So
Okay.
I do that, so I can literally like
Yeah,
make
that
some
makes sense.
fucky builds, basically.
Okay, then as
So
we
it's
walk past to this room,
portal port.
Zacharias is
Let-
going to
let's just say-
mention that.
Let's just say it like
sorry.
this. You know, you guys aren't walking on a flat plane. Sometimes the walkways slope upwards,
Or
sometimes
downwards.
downwards. So that way you can have paths that cross without them like being connected.
Okay, Zacharias will point out as we go that there's a doorway that should be here that's missing. But yeah.
No. That it is definitely there. It's just like it's going when you're walking down here. When you were walking like to here, you were walking slightly like downwards.
That's what he's saying. It's like he thought the door would have connected to this hallway, but it does not. So it means to go somewhere else. Is what he's saying.
It's just a
Yeah.
it's just a trick of the eye, Wilduck.
No, it's trick of the map making. It's
Trick of the map making.
You feel
Trip of the
you
map
feel
making.
you're going up and down. You can have two
Yeah.
paths crossing, but it's just like it's elevated. Like
Yeah.
you can stand in one place, and if you hit hard enough at the bottom or dig long enough, you can dig from one tone to the other, basically.
Yeah. This
You have
is
to
the
think of it
character.
like that.
Zacharias mentioning that a room from the map room does not lead where he thought it did, so it could potentially go somewhere else as well. As another thing that we should
Yeah.
keep in mind. That's more what it is, but yeah.
Well,
So yeah, you guys once again find yourselves in the craftsman room. It's a very nice room. It definitely is.
we'll definitely keep that in mind.
Can I search the craftsman room? I think about
Yeah. It is full of masterwork tools of almost any kind you
Ooh.
can imagine. In the corner of the room, you can actually see there's a furnace still burning hot, though it doesn't appear to have any coals inside of it. Instead, there are what appears to be like these, like almost like they appear to be fastened like to the stove itself, like red
Mhm.
rubies that are just absolutely glowing hot.
Huh.
Like if you take a piece of straw like for the reindeer and just plug it in there, it like burns up. It's a proper heated stove, like a magical one, more than likely. You also see a small stock of different woods and metals just sort of being stored near these like regular benches. Doesn't seem to be exceptional like worth these metals, but I mean if you want to do some working, there is definitely like materials that I fuck around here. It's a craftsman's room. It's also decently stocked.
Do we want some of these tools, guys?
Do we have a use for them?
Yeah, it
Maybe some
depends,
of
is
the-
what I'm asking.
Maybe something that'll help with locks.
I have these tools already. But if you want your own, you can probably get some here.
It's artisan's tools. I mean you can
Oh,
find
artisans.
you can find tools to like make the lock itself, but not necessarily tools to. You can find tools to give yourself like an improvised check to open a lock, but there's no tools like specifically meant to open locks. Locksmith tools, yes, not lock picking tools. Basically, like if you guys have a masterwork tool you want to pick up here, you can pick it up if you want to. But there's like
Master
one
tools
set.
are there.
Yeah, unfortunately, the one crafter, Gwog, is not here.
Not yet.
Doesn't mean you can pick up stuff for him, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there are Masterworks Alchemist tools here.
Oh
There's
shit!
not a lab.
Yeah, we'll definitely
there's
pick
not-
that up.
Yeah.
There's not a proper lab, like, but there is like very nice 𝓚𝓪𝓷𝓾𝓙 flasks and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Very precise like scale and alembic and stuff like that.
So I guess I'll put the hole on the wall. So that way it can go in.
Okay. Well, are you guys just shoving every single tool in there?
No. It's not every single one. I'm just trying to get to the actual thing on D20 for the tools.
I mean, if you guys don't know them now, like, you know, let's go back to it. I'm not taking this room away.
Oh, if we find an exit, I think we're just bouncing as a thing, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I put Masterwork Alchemist tools in there.
Thank you, Kage.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Huh, is there really no description for this?
So, while we're trying to figure out what other types of tools are in this crafts room, Deanna will open this door.
Okay, so there would be tools / artisan. That's the
That's the thing?
that's the thing on the list.
Okay. I guess we'll take that, yeah.
So yeah, artisan's tools is basically like any. Just to read it, these tools serve the same purpose as artisan's tools, but a masterwork out of perfect tools to get the job done. Plus 2 circumstance bonus on craft checks to make them. So it's tools for a single craft. So like if you have craft armor, craft weapon, craft miscellaneous, craft lock, it's that sort of stuff. Craft like woodcraft, leathercraft, stuff like that.
Okay, so I'll get the craft skill then.
When it comes to alchemy tools, there are certain things like there's the alchemist's lab. There's I suppose there's not like there's not a full like with alchemist's lab you can do it like properly and nice. But the thing with the you find a filter and retort, not a crucible, essentially.
Yeah.
In this room, the crucible and the lab itself will be built into the bench, but you would or I suppose yeah, everything with the exception of craft alchemy then, because alchemy lab is its own thing and weighs fucking 40 pounds. You can get like the handheld stuff. I'll give you a +1. Portable alchemy lab. But yeah. But anyways,
Hey, who'd we get?
let me open up stuff.
Let me go. Let me go.
Corgis.
Ah, very nice. Very
Hey.
nice.
Ooh.
I
Maybe
guess you're going that
traps.
way.
I may get an
Corgis come back
artisan's
into,
tool for traps, by the way.
If the corgis come back into play, just let us know. I'll place them in there. Currently, let's just say they're currently on a mission.
There is a pathway to the left over here.
And you already explained this. You already explored that way, so I'm just guessing that you're going to the right. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
It's just from Deanna's perspective, to the left.
Yeah. Stage right.
Alright.
The guy's just gonna grab the tools to construct traps, but yeah.
Okay, so craft trap tools gotten.
Yeah.
Do you open the door, Deanna?
I wait for the party before doing so.
I'm
Yeah, go
assuming
ahead.
the party is behind you.
Yes.
Except for Zacharias, who's gonna be halfway behind, but yeah.
I'll be next to him, bro. How's that, bro?
Alright.
Are you fucking posers?
All right,
I love
Azra,
I love
you
the
and me open door.
language. I love the language, Azra.
Yeah,
Because
bro,
I
posers.
shit you not. I mean, you can't see it with the construction, but you open up and you find the gym.
Oh, are you serious? Oh my god, dude, that's fucking.
When I was building this place in my floor notes on this room, gym. This is gym. This is just a gym. It's gym equipment.
I love it.
You
I
see-
just
you
think
see
it's
it-
funny.
You see a large tension bar like being strung up between these two pillars. Like you see a bunch of like weights and stuff and benches like on one corner of the room. You see some sort of like dry looking mats at one end with some yeah.
Some yoga mats.
Yeah, basically you find some
Old
cloth,
school
some,
yoga
once,
mats.
some once lush cloth yoga mats in one end of the room, next to some very polished
I
silver
like
mirrors
it,
that
I
are
like it,
fixed
I
to the
like it.
wall, and you
I
see a
like it.
portcullis.
The exercise.
You see a portcullis up to the north that appears to have some slight deformation near the like bottom bars of it, like the horizontal bar near the floor. It appears to be having some. It appears to be having some marks on the steel itself. Some slight wear and tear.
Bros tried breaking through.
Seems like this room might have been gotten some use recently.
And as Deanna stands still and just looks around, also to get that, I'll have you roll a perception. But yeah, as Deanna says that, a little ornate light door appears right behind Deanna, and Deanna, please roll me a reflex save.
One reflex save, dropping out. I said
You fall
dropping
prone
out.
as two corgis rush through your middle of your feet, and just start looking around the room very curiously.
Oh, at least the dogs are back.
They appear to be taking very much They appear to be taking very much like very good very good. They look at the mat on the floor and basically just lay down and start like lazing about.
Start petting
They
the
look-
dogs.
They look like they're about to start doing something, and then they just sort of feel, you know what, this is a nice spot, and just sort of lay down.
And start petting the dogs.
But DM,
Or at
Or
least attempting
GM.
to.
you said I need to roll perception or something like that?
I mean, you said it was recently used. To determine that, you would have to roll a perception check. I'm just telling you what you see. That the horizontal bar, the lower horizontal bar on the... Actually, no, both horizontal bars on top and bottom are slightly worn, but in different ways. But if it's been recently used, you would have to roll a perception check to notice.
Right. Well, I mean, I can't talk today. I only assume that because of the wear and tear. Doesn't mean you ever know how recently, so I guess I could probably do that.
Well, there's a difference between well used and
Say, roll
recently
me a-
used.
Roll me a perception check.
One perception check coming. Let's perform. Here's perception. 18.
I'll take it. So when you check the bars, you notice that the top bar appears to only be worn on the top end of the bars, and it's only like the horizontal bits between the vertical ones, and at the bottom it's the opposite. Almost as if someone like on the top they always have like markings on the top of it, like almost as if someone's trying to pull it down or like grabbing the top of the bars. And the bottom one, they appear to be almost like, okay, someone has grab hold on the bottom and is doing something. But it does not seem recent. Like, this room looks like it's been untouched, well, largely untouched as far as use goes.
Well, at least it's not too recent. See, it looks like someone might have been trapped here.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say that attempt at licking and nuzzling the ghost as they're being pet, that goes through. I would say roll me a D100, but no, that goes through. Vivian now has dog slobber on her face.
Yay! Oh, I felt that! Who's the good? Where's the good puppies? Who's the good puppies?
Arius, mind coming up here?
Yeah, just slowly walking.
The
I'm
button.
just assuming when you guys are moving, you're going the speed of Zacharias, just because he's being pulled down. Unless you specifically say like you run ahead. I'm just assuming that when you guys move as a team, you walk at the speed of Zacharias.
Do you think this gate reacts to the rock?
The gate does not react to the rock.
Nope.
Nothing on the walls, huh? Alright then.
You can try breaking through from the damage on it if you want, but the stone's not working with it.
Deanna will test to see if the gate moves. Like,
So,
it looks like...
how do you go about this?
Well, with the 18, I would see pretty much the normal thing if we saw with the other portcullis, right? With it essentially being rooted in place.
I mean, it looks the same as the other ones, where it looks rooted in place. Then again, all the portcullises so far has looked the same. It's just one of them has had some extra lights and flair to it.
Deanna will set the torch down on the ground, and he's gonna try squat lifting it.
So, as you go down to squat lifter, you notice there's some indentations in the floor, almost as if someone has been doing exactly that, just sort of squatting down and taking form. It feels like you're doing a training exercise with the way that you're standing.
Sounds about right. I assume it doesn't budge, or do I actually need a roll?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'll pick the torch back up.
As your
Sick
help.
guys. You both can try. Two
I
strength
can-
people.
won't do anything.
You can roll me a strength. You also, if you guys want to roll me strength, you can try to roll me strength. You can always try.
Alright then.
Yellow.
Tag team
Sorry,
Asray pulls a muscle.
Alright.
It's a stone.
Just a -2 on your on the next 10 minutes. Don't worry. Meanwhile, the Enra gets a decent workout.
Oh,
Yeah, this thing ain't moving.
it shall not budge.
You wanna try to do some pull-ups as well? I mean, there's a top bars as well. It's literally just a gym.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
On the side note, literally a side note, I still have the tools and kits page open on the side view, and for the longest time, like for about a year or so, instead of reading musical instruments in the core rule manual, I read magical instruments.
Oh.
So the bard cantrip summon musical instruments I read as summon magical instruments. So I thought you summoned an instrument that played itself.
Oh.
Oh well.
In my Saturday game, I got drums of foreboding.
I mean, you guys still got the LSD lyre in your in a bag of holding somewhere.
That's fair. I'm just saying, my Saturday game, I have drums of foreboding. So no matter what I play on it, it feels foreboding.
That's scary.
Just the most forebodings play of the entertainer ever. But then again, how do you play drums of the entertainer? Oh well.
Doesn't seem like there's much else in here. It really is just a workout room.
Have you searched the room well or just the bars, General?
I mean,
The 18 goes for the whole room. This
Okay.
room basically is just gym equipment that has not been used in what feels like ages.
You sure you don't
You get the
mind
feeling
getting
that
off the
there's a
road?
coach out there that feels very disappointed in their
Squad.
in their people.
there's nothing
go
I need from
forwards.
in here. The general obviously will take point as he moves forth.
Okay.
As we move at Reese's speed.
I can move the inner speed. I like mine. It's fine.
Coming up on the next door, there is a symbol emblazoned upon it that I would imagine definitely Deanra would be very familiar with, just because of where he grew up. I would like for Zacharias and Vivian to roll me Galarian religion checks to remember, and this just to remember from sight, just this symbol.
Okay, so that's a +9.
Alright, that's diamond dice. Let's see.
Wait. Oh, that should have been a 9.
That is 21.
21. Okay.
Hold on. Do I have proficiency in Galarian religion?
Yes,
of
you do, because of the headband.
Yes. You have your full, like, it's +19 plus intelligence, +9 plus intelligence. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm saying the extra +3.
They put ranks in here.
Yeah, you're a paladin. How do you not?
Yeah, I didn't
paladins.
actually put an X there.
Oh wait,
yet.
Never mind. That actually makes sense. No, you would as a paladin of a different faith. Oh, but then again, I'm gonna give it up to you if the headband gives you that or not. I'm gonna let you choose that if you want the bonus 3 or not.
I'll take
I
the
can make-
bonus 3.
What's
I can make
this
reasons for
doing
both
here?
because the headband is providing you with information. That's it.
Oh,
No.
Still not.
That's a
still
19
like-
still.
it's a
I was
19.
about to say like, that's close to a 20 with her bonuses and such.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, so
+13.
So both of you guys, all three of you guys, handily know that the symbol that has been blazoned upon this door is the symbol of 𝓓𝓪𝓷𝓾. Essentially the goddess of fate, death, prophecy, and birth.
Ah, this is 𝓓𝓪𝓷𝓾's symbol.
So in other words, you're entering neutral grounds. The ultimate neutral ground.
Good luck,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Please-
do you open? You open and enter?
Everyone, please keep your respect for the dead, alright?
I look at Azra.
Yeah.
I look at the
I
party.
fucking hope so.
Oh, what,
Just
did
a
we
moment.
enter an ossuary? Oh no,
Just a moment. Let me speak before you act.
it's a crypt.
Vienna immediately punches,
So-
you know?
I did open the door, I will say that.
So the first thing you notice when you enter is right here. It's not drawn in, but right there is basically like a 15-foot wide shrine or something like that. Let me check. Yeah, like 15, 20-foot shrine, corner to corner. 20 and a sort of like a 10-foot shrine. It's up against the wall with what appears to be like iconography related to the 𝓓𝓪𝓷𝓾 faith. And all along the side of the walls, you notice there's a whole bunch of black urns labeled with writing that you don't necessarily recognize, from a language you don't recognize. It's just like door to door. It's like corner to corner in this room. Every available surface that is on the wall, there is a wall shelf with urns on them. And underneath there are shelves with urns. It's just urn upon urn upon urn. And you also notice there are several mummified individuals sort of post up against the wall. Even as the Yenra opens up the door, they appear to be unmoving.
Let me go first.
Roger.
She's just gonna cast this
Wait.
from...
Wait, Vivian.
What's up?
It's too late, she's going.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah, DM literally opened his mouth before he thought, thank you, wisdom damage.
But yeah, what do you do? What do, Viv?
I'm gonna cast Detect Evil.
Okay.
Do I detect evil?
You don't appear to detect evil.
Okay. I will go up to the... I'm not even gonna move myself there. I'm gonna move up to the statue of 𝓓𝓪𝓷𝓾.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna kneel at the bottom of it and ask for safe passage through here.
Okay. Just for the hell of it, roll me a religion check.
Valerian or regular?
I'll leave that up to your choice.
Valerian. Because it's higher.
It's high.
It's
Give you a
high.
chance to contact your deity, who knows?
16.
So, it's...
I still rolled a 3.
Yeah. If you could roll above a 10, that'd be great.
You
Yeah,
don't,
I
you
know.
don't get a response.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm guessing
Oh.
Zacharias wants to fuck around in here as well a bit.
Yeah.
Did you cast Comprehend Languages?
Yep.
Yeah, you notice the urns and you notice every single label. There appears to be written, like, it takes you a while. Like, it looks, for the moment, like, it first looks a bit like gibberish because it doesn't change.
Mhm.
Like, it doesn't change much. But you take a while and you notice, you realize that these are all names. Every single urn has a name on it.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Where are the green things? No, those are statues, or are those the mummies? The green thingies.
Those
the
appear,
people with the
those
swords?
appear to be, those appear to be like bandaged individuals, what looks like
Ah,
guards.
yes, the mummies. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You can imagine they
I,
look like gummies, but they don't detect as evil.
I put just
Yeah.
writing down the names into the sketchbook of the Dead Adventure, just adding it on to the pages left in there.
there are lots and lots of names. Like I said, imagine every visible, every like conceivable surface that can be filled with either like a shelf or like a dresser or something like that. There's just endless amount, well, not endless amounts. If you were to
Is
go
there any that
through and,
sound?
like,
Sorry.
it's all uniform.
Okay, and I was gonna say, is there any that
So-
sound like 𝓮𝓏𝓼 at all, or
Yeah, that's
you
like
would see-
Snurter's name.
yeah,
If
similar
you
to.
go through and like check every single name, like you don't necessarily see anything that appears to be looking like 𝓮𝓼's name. No.
Okay, that's what you've been doing. So I'll be
I mean,
him just doing that for a while.
Feels, well, when you read it, the more you read it, it feels like, oh yeah, like you can imagine 𝓮𝓼 being could have been among these names as far as like names go, but you don't see anything like not his first or last name. Like,
Yeah, no, like family. Okay.
His last name.
I assume we know
Yeah.
his last name from,
I'm assuming as
just
well, unless you
talking.
forgot.
He
Let's see,
never
there's
actually introduced his
Afar.
last name
Any?
to us in character, but I assume that was like in between times that he would have told us.
Probably.
I mean, I would imagine as well, but regardless, like you don't see anything
Yeah.
that appears to be related to 𝓮𝓼 in this room.
Okay.
But yeah.
Then he'll do similar to what he did with 𝓬𝓏𝓼 𝓛𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 and do a sketch of the
Do you
𝓓𝓪𝓷𝓮.
do anything else in this room?
I'll go up to the door.
Okay.
I assume
the
I
funny-
can't touch the handle.
I mean, here's the funny thing. Like I told you, like the walls in this place are warded, so you can't
Yeah.
go through it. But because of how force works, when you try to for the handle is warded, so you can actually, strange enough, touch the handles and move the doors in this place.
I will open up the door.
Well, in that case, then allow me to reveal the area. I'm just going to show it all the way to the end. There we go.
There's another hallway here.
Meanwhile, the corgis and Ra has been spotted by the darkness and then subsequently rescued.
Run out to for a little bit.
All right then. Azri, head over to
Hello?
Vivian.
Oh, okay.
With the... never mind. There's a just on the off chance any of you guys decided to peek into one of the urns. I will say this. If you peek into the urn, you notice it's filled with black ash. And I just wanted to mention something very interesting when it comes to this black ash, and that is a specialty among Pharasma, amongst clerics of Pharasma. They reduce bodies into this black ash. It purifies it. It's decomposition. It reduces it to black ash, which can be used to bring back people with the spell of resurrection. It also prevents the body to be raised as an undead. So what you're standing in right now is a room filled with people that are just, well, let's just say, like, if a person was to come in here with like a hoard of diamonds, they could potentially have an army on their hands. I'm just saying.
What?
Well, say an army. It could be an army in here. It could be people. It could be royals. More likely royals, seeing as how they're stored in like droves. But yeah.
Yeah. Zacharias is gonna sketch and study the statue of Pharasma.
Yeah.
The
Lady Grey, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Grey Lady.
Yeah. Just saying, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm gonna DM the GM.
Okay.
What you doing, Reese?
That's fine as well.
Just taking notes.
How in detail are you going with your sketches?
He's trying to be very detailed. This is like stuff you can study later. So he's trying to, like, as much as he can get as much detail from it as possible.
Yeah, so you're keeping up. So you're more or less like Think. If you're going to be taking your time, that's going to be like a good couple of minutes, like just standing there sketching.
Yeah. If you guys want, you can scout ahead a bit. I'm just gonna I want to copy this down.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it should be fine.
Uh,
Don't know if we're gonna come back here later, so I need to get as much as I can right now.
that's fair.
I'll stick with 𝓲𝓪𝓷.
Yeah, you can go with them. I should be fine. I still have my magics with me.
Waiting on a
I-
response, but
I've
I also have to go upstairs, so it'll be a moment, or I'll be a moment.
Well, considering what we're surrounded with, 𝓲𝓪𝓷, I'd rather not leave you alone.
I mean, if I'm reading this correctly, is that in reference to what was found, basically? Oh yeah, well, you can't respond. Anyways.
I can respond now. If you can
are you
hear
asking
me.
if you can? Are you responding like in conjunction with what you found in this room? Is that it?
Yes, in
That-
the urns.
Well, in that case, no. You got a
Okay,
feeling
I
that
didn't
was
think
missing,
so.
like-
Yeah, that's fair. We're in a room and you mentioned that, so I was like, okay. Well, does this work? No. Okay, bye.
I just want to be more safe than sorry, 𝓲𝓪𝓷.
Yeah, but Azure needs help more than I do right now.
I would rather us all go together.
Like I said, just scouting ahead if anything. You guys don't need to go far, just so you guys have something to do as well instead of just waiting around on me.
Trust me, there's things I can do while waiting around.
Huh? Then sure, go for it. Your choice.
I go into the portable hole and take the first bath that I've been able to take.
Just douse yourself in water.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still pass. You like get half covered in water. It's magical. But oh well.
Yes, but I could actually get fully covered in water, do my actual prayers.
Anything that's damaging by water in there, right? We're good?
I mean, the water just sort of seeps through the floor at some point.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the ethereal plane. I mean,
Yeah.
if I would, let's just say it like this: if you was to open it on the walls, I would imagine like it would fill up with water, but I would imagine at some point like it just would sort of seep through back into like the elemental plane of water at some point. But not like instantly, because otherwise just one portable hole at the bottom of the ocean, and it would drain it within a couple of like years.
Yeah.
No. It's also that once it's empty, I can fly up to the ceiling and put it in and drain it. But no, this is legitimately. I'm just
you open it up on the
bathing.
floor and you just fill it up, and then you open up the seat, and the sun just sort of flows through. But yeah. Anyways.
Dane, why are you adding Miguel? He's not coming.
Yeah, he was in.
Yeah, he's sitting games upon, right?
He's studying.
Yeah.
Just doing that as well, so that he also sees how we acknowledge it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dan may also be on
You
mute
moving
because I
on?
can't hear him.
So you guys.
I was on mute.
You guys have been sitting here for like a couple of minutes as 𝓬𝓪𝓷𝓴 finishes his sketch just to have a thing of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you
Game
move
collection
on,
at this point.
you move on further up, or
Yeah. I'd say so. We have to explore it further, so.
okay. I'm just gonna move the Corgo and the 𝓓𝓪. Well, one of the 𝓓𝓪s at least.
Virgos.
That is for some reason, sometimes when I click reveal tool, it instead of showing reveal, it goes to hide. Very
Yeah, it
tricky.
happens sometimes. It's weird.
So I'm guessing you guys stopping at the first intersection, more or less.
Probably, yeah.
I'll grab the ones that aren't casting shadows. Oh,
Yep.
I didn't
Oh,
mean to
and we
grab-
follow
Yeah,
us.
visitor. He followed us.
He's alive.
But yeah, what's up? What's good? What you guys want to do?
What if I make a dungeoneering check to see if any part of this looks familiar?
I would say that would be an intelligence for memory.
You know, part of the dungeon is 𝓬𝓐𝓏, don't you?
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to recall something, you're rolling. I would say you roll an intelligence check.
Sure, I'll do it too.
I wouldn't say you roll knowledge dungeons to see if you've seen this thing before.
Alright.
Oh, Zacharias isn't.
You don't recall
17.
seeing this particular configuration of hallway before, no.
Okay.
Okay, it's time to change dice.
Meanwhile, Vivian and Zacharias are like, Gandalf, I have no recollection of this place. Meanwhile, Gemma,
No
I recall
recollection.
not being here.
So this isn't definitely where we came from, so that's good.
Are you gonna go like the Gandalf point to north and says that place smells better?
There seems to be a split path up ahead. And a door over here.
Let's go to the closest one, I think.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Yes. Oh, see, I know exactly where we are, but in character, I do not. Oh, they went through. Witchy's gone.
No, I'm under Azray.
Oh, you're under Azray.
Yeah.
Azray moved on top of me.
Protecting
It's
her.
fine.
It's protection. It's protection. It's cool. It's
I'm ethereal,
So
so
you
it
guys-
don't matter.
calculated.
You guys open up and go into the room, and you find yourselves in what appears to be a big gallery. You see a lot of pictures. You see a lot of pictures like, well, paintings on the wall that appears to have been of nobles of some kind, maybe of this area. You don't necessarily recognize the dress of it. You notice one that kind of looks familiar, but not really. Apart from pictures of people like on the walls, you also see a couple of like very neat landscapes of like palaces. And right where Zacharias is standing, there's one particular painting that is standing out amongst the others because of its feeling out of place. And that is a painting of what appears to be this place. I mean, you recognize the walls, you recognize the pillars in the painting. You don't love this room, but you can imagine like this could very much be a painting of at least a place of familiar construction to this place. And in the center of this room, there is a single pitch black, relatively largish sphere just hovering.
Okay.
Lovely pictures.
Those who observe, I would say those who observe those who find themselves observing the picture with a black sphere, I would say roll a history or arcana, if you want.
Sure. Not one. Zacharias has 0 clue.
Yeah, it's a big black sphere.
Yeah, it's a big
It's nice,
sphere.
it's nice art.
17 to the sphere.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think that would be enough. Actually, you know what? Does anyone else want to roll on it? History and or arcana.
First off, I'm not from this plane, so no history.
Actually, I would say if you have history, I would say you can.
I actually can't because I don't have history or arcana.
Well, in that case, that's
None of the
fine.
above.
That makes sense. But this is one of the things I wouldn't restrict location for.
Good to know. I still don't have it.
And it's random saying we're 20, do it plus whatever.
If you're talking about the
Oh,
corgis,
fuck, hold
I
on.
would imagine.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Stream crashed apparently.
Oh dear. Does Buffett have either intelligence or have either Arcana or History checked?
Damn, this app is rolling on fire today.
Yeah, seriously, look at that. 220s in a row.
It's
the corgis
gonna
are eager to help.
it's gonna burn the corgis later.
Okay,
Well, to be
Street.
fair, they're not.
We've
It's
we've
normalized.
officially
It looks on
reconnected.
my end.
We've officially reconnected without losing stream progress. Good.
Without using too much.
Good.
yeah,
We're just
actually-
saying that the corgis are gonna get screwed later.
I would say that for some reason, 𝓮𝓵𝓷 is the one that has heard stories of something familiar to what just isn't that painting. He recall hearing a story. Oh, hello. Who dropped?
We
I don't
lost
think the corgis could hear us.
Okay.
Corgis are back.
Yeah. But yeah,
Welcome back.
for some reason, 𝓮𝓵𝓷 has heard stories, like, maybe from his youth, like, maybe it was a shaman that once said it or something like that, but he recalled it being... He doesn't recall exactly what it was, but he recalled it being referred to as a ball of death. It is a big ball of death, and it is apparently an artifact, but you don't believe that was the proper name for it. It is something big, it is something powerful. And it's always, like, in every story he ever heard about it, it wasn't many, but every story I was told about it was always...
Corgi cannot hear anyone.
Aww.
You're asking if someone actually have that power, someone.
No, only
They're not deafened. I can try to deafen and undeafen them.
Maybe, yeah.
Corgi, can you hear me?
I've toggled them back and forth.
Corgi,
Server
can you
side,
hear
at
us?
Maybe a good HC stream then, I guess, to hear if they can on Discord.
But yeah.
Corgi!
They've gone again. But yeah, you don't know exactly what it is, but you know that this is an object, is a magical object. You can imagine it could be artifact class.
So that's what I got with my
Damn.
Arcana check?
That's what you got out of the 17. You don't know exactly what it is. You recall it being referred to as a ball of death. That's not necessarily the name of it, but it is a ball of death as it was told to you.
From the looks of this thing, it seems like something that brings death. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but this is definitely some type of powerful artifact. We should be careful if we ever find it.
Something like that just lying around.
This paint,
Clay is being venerated.
this image is of this room, right?
It's not of this room, but the construction of the room painting, the painting in the room appears to be of like similar materials, similar style. It wouldn't surprise you if the painting in this, if the room in that painting was somewhere near to you right now. Like maybe not like in the next door over, like maybe not in the next two, but maybe someplace in this labyrinth. You wouldn't bat an eye if it was there. 1-2 test. But yeah.
That's worrisome. That is worrisome that there might be something of an artifact class here. We need to be on our toes, everyone.
What's artifact class, Genra?
Whatever that sphere is in this painting.
But what exactly is an artifact class? Like, what's that categorizing in character?
It's much more powerful than any type of magic items we had. Stronger than my mighty flames of fist, and definitely more magical than the +3 armor we found.
I mean, I would imagine just common knowledge between everyone. When something is referred to as an artifact, it is a near unique magic item of powerful magics. Like the sort of thing you hear stories about. You don't hear a story about a +2 sword. You hear a story about a sword that grants the wielder unyielding luck and the ability to parry every blow tossed towards him. You don't hear the story about the sword that every once in a while cuts off someone's head.
Really? I've never heard the other one. I've always heard or swords, if I'm being real. I've always heard rope, or I've never heard the other type ever.
No, I'm just saying, like you always you hear stories about artifacts. You don't hear
So
stories.
like legendary
about magical
mythical
items.
weapons or something like that, essentially.
Yeah, like you don't hear stories. You don't hear stories about the Amulet of Mighty Fist. You, for example.
That's a good example.
I'm gonna open up, please. Like Deck of Many Things. Deck of Many Things is an artifact.
Yeah.
It is a powerful magical item that has like is a minor artifact that basically like it's not unique, but it's very powerful and it has very many stories about it. Then you have like very powerful like major artifacts like Axe of Dwarvish Lords, like stuff that gives you like very big things. Orb of Dragonkind, for example, like one of those major artifact.
I've honestly never heard almost any of these besides Deck of Many Things, but okay, got you.
But yeah,
Like,
that's
just when it's referred to as an artifact, it's you would know of artifacts as storied magic items.
Storied magic. Okay.
yeah, that's what artifact class is.
Uh,
What's up, Vivian?
No, this is out of character. Corgi, do either of the corgis have Arcana or History?
So this thing, whatever it is, we need to be careful. It's dangerous.
Understood. Question, 𝓮𝓼.
What's up, Vivian?
Does this look like the black sphere that went around you?
𝓮𝓼 is gonna pull out the armor, or rather, yeah, he's gonna pull out the armor and look at the mural on the back of it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a sphere. It more looks like being enveloped by a blob that is uneven. The sphere you're looking at is perfectly spherical.
No, it's not.
You have a good chance that is not it.
Yeah, that's not what ate me up, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
He'll put the armor back in. He'll put the armor away.
Well, it was worth a chance.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Right. Anyone else see anything of interest in here?
No.
That's like magic just to see, maybe, but otherwise, no.
I mean, apart from like, I did say there was one of the portraits looked like it might have been related to Ulan, but it doesn't look like him.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the features match up, but other than that, like the name doesn't look all too familiar. Like you don't know quite, but it might be an ancestor, it might be a relative, it might be a family, it might be his brother. You don't know, but it doesn't quite. It looks kind of familiar, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
Should we keep exploring this way then, or should we head back?
Back's a long way to go around. Let's keep going forward.
Vivian, Hazard?
Let me just preemptively black this room because the game gave me that ability first.
Okay.
Well, I found myself.
Vivian.
I'm a ghost.
I can't move actually because I'm dragging the stones. I can't drag Vivian's on top of me. There we go. Yeah, so for some reason, if someone goes on top of me, I can't drag myself.
Well, to be fair, the extra weight would make it difficult.
Yeah.
So you see more portcullises.
And
you also see what appears to be like a small hallway off to the left.
The fuck?
I'll see if it's reactive to me at all. For this one.
Seems to be a hole up ahead.
And there's a handprint that appears.
Ah, I can open this one.
Oh, that's good.
Before you do so, I was gonna walk all the way over to here.
Small podculus.
Seems to be a
Well-
path. There seems to be a pathway over here that turns to the right.
I'll be right back.
Do you want me to go
Okay.
inside and see if I can't see what's going on with there?
Sure, if you want.
That? Okay.
Yes.
I'd go
see,
through.
See if it rounds about.
I have a torch, I just left it behind somewhere. Like
Yeah,
in-game wise.
it's a funny bit. It's a funny bit.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll come over here, wave to 𝓬𝓨𝓷𝓚.
Charge me!
So it does round about.
Oh, exactly. It's
Yeah.
not exactly 30 feet both ways. Ironically, exactly. It switches over.
You feel like you're being,
Literally.
you feel like you're being pulled like ghostly taffy.
Oh, that doesn't feel good.
I'll
You
press
know-
the handprint then.
Out of character, there's good news. The party cannot abandon me in the middle of the night. Because I'd
Yes,
start
at some
getting
point.
pulled.
Well, here's
Unless
the
you
thing.
abandon two
You'll
people.
be if there's
Oh,
one
wow.
behind if there's one left behind besides you, then if you're being left behind by along with someone else, you can be left behind. Yes, but they can't leave you and only you behind.
That's fair.
Unless we do it
But
for
if they
Raw.
leave both
but,
you and Ra
yeah.
behind, you're sort of stuck without it.
Oh,
And if
time
Ra
to
were to
start
be
my own
desummoned-
party.
If Ra were to be desummoned, I don't know what would happen. I'm thinking spaghetti code would kick in and you would be pulled
Fly.
someplace. I'm imagining 2D. I'm imagining 10d6 stretching damage and some emotional.
You just see Vivian
I
like
don't
catapult across the world trying to get to
Yeah,
someone.
everyone that witnesses it must roll for fear because an eldritch abomination is currently assailing you. But then suddenly just snap together and it's just Vivian being stretched.
Oh, it's just Vivian.
It's spaghetti code.
I might actually
now.
be able to survive that damage.
Yeah, you have enough HP.
I mean, to be fair, in theory, every single one of you can survive a max fall if you're lucky. A 20d6.
If the GM could move Azrae, as he's currently AFK.
Oh yeah, right. Don't worry. Like I said, when one of you guys move, all of you guys move as a unit.
Yeah,
Unless
that
you
sounds like
specifically leave someone
Oh,
behind.
hey, welcome back.
Thank you. Not, we are a unit, guys.
You don't speak
Move
AFK,
as
but he's
one.
testing you.
Actually, really fine because I left Sniper back.
No man left behind, or something like that. I don't
Leave
know.
him behind.
The corgis, meanwhile, are yipping between each other.
Real language, do I understand?
No, you. Actually, yeah, but Copperhead languages. I suppose they. Oh yeah, right. Copperhead languages is still on, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
never
an
mind, it
hour and
wouldn't
20
because-
minutes.
An hour and 20. Okay, never mind then.
Because it's 10 minutes per level. So, hour 20 minutes so far. Or is my thing when I cast it.
Well, in that case, roll me a perception check to see if you can manage to peek in on try to catch bits and pieces of this private conversation.
15.
I'm not going to say that's enough to notice a whisper.
Yeah.
You sort of hear
Okay.
bits and pieces like that, magic, bleh. You hear some things being talked back and forth, but you don't manage to necessarily hear it.
Seems like Vivian took the lead over there.
Did I?
You did.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I just wanted to peer up a little bit. I'm sorry.
you're fine. Go ahead.
Well, there's another portcullis and then away to the right.
You're
The
not been
Kage
following
had
her.
to.
Mhm.
The Kage had to think of which direction it was.
Following user strategy, I guess we go right?
Unless it reacts to you.
It reacts.
Reacts.
I say
I
before
still
we go.
say we go right.
Yeah, I would also say we check out the door over there first.
Okay. And you open up, and there appears to be a room with a couple of those, like, mummified guard-looking things. But it's also filled with tables and stools and what appears to be a small kitchenette in the corner. With what appears to be unlit torch sconces or braziers just sort of dotting around the different pillars.
Is this a pyramid? This feels like it's a whole like.
It's
crypt,
probably a
buddy.
pyramid.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking. It's a crypt.
To be fair, we're basically in Egypt right now.
Mhm.
So
Seems like
take
we
that
found the
as you
kitchen.
will. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Detect Evil.
You detect no evil. Well, with the exception of Zacharias, I believe.
Hey, add the spell up. I don't get detected.
No, Oh, hold on. Is Zacharias a high enough level?
Oh, does it actually go past levels?
It goes based off levels. It's just that if you have an actual aura,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it
here's the thing. It does. If he has the aura, everyone has an aura. The Azrael is if Azrael's chaotic good if memory serves.
That's
At
right.
6th level. I
Because
don't
this
know.
is one
Anyway,
he always has
at
cast.
6th level, a regular character has enough magical goodness in them, let's say, to radiate a light goodness that can be detected at 6th level or something like that. I don't think Inquisitors get aura, so they don't radiate much, but they radiate some. Zacharias will be high enough level to be detecting as their alignment, unless they have some sort of non-detection magic up.
Yeah, this is what he always does.
Okay, but in that case, yeah, no.
okay.
Well, in that case, you can't get a read on him. It's almost like, yeah, you don't get a read on him basically. Like,
Okay.
He's like he's not there when you're detecting, but then again, it's the same with everyone. Like he doesn't detect as
Except
evil.
for Patches.
Patches.
Patches is a goddamn light every time I use it.
You find yourself in what appears to be, well, you can best guess a cafeteria. Complete with table setting and like and cutlery and such.
Deanna's already wary.
The guards
And-
are not radiating any evil. I don't think that they'll attack us, okay?
Well, not yet, anyways.
I would still rather not take any chance to eat here.
Understood. The corgis are gone. They went to go find food.
Actually, I would say they don't smell any. They don't notice any smell of food in this room. It is, if there has been food, it has long since. Well, at least if there's food in the open, that has long since decayed and lost its scent. It just, well, yeah, it just smells like nothing in here. It doesn't even smell musky. But like I said, there is a kitchenette in the corner. Well, do they go and check out? Do the corgis go and check out the kitchenette while the rest of the party checks the tables? Then.
Sure.
Okay. Roll me a d20. A d20 plus wisdom.
For who?
Corgis.
Oh, the corgis.
Yeah, Deanna, why don't you light some of these scones? A little bit more light in here then.
So do you inspect while that's happening? Do you inspect the light sconces then, Zacharias?
Yeah.
How do you inspect them?
How high are they off the ground?
Oh, it's about head height.
Head height.
Like like I say, it looks like a sconce, but no, it looks more like a brazier.
Brazier,
Or something
okay.
like that.
By sight and touch, I would say, like feeling around it while looking it over and everything.
As you, there are currently on this middle one. There's 4 sconces. Which one are you touching?
The
Northeast,
bottom left corner
southwest.
one. Oh, okay.
What's up?
South.
Okay, so as you touch the southern one, it lights up with, with a flame, like as per torch.
Interesting.
You in your 20s, okay.
Jeez, a third 20? What?
They're literally on a roll.
Literally.
Speaking of which, but anyway, so yeah, you touch one of the sconces and it lights up. And I'm imagining it grabs everyone's attention because there's suddenly light in the room. Besides the torches, there's like proper like brighter than torchlight light in this room.
I didn't cast any magic to do that.
Would you roll me a perception check, Zacharias?
Sure. Let's use the diamond dice. Okay. 11 plus 8, so 19.
19. So yeah, as you're studying this, you just sort of hear the sounds of what appears to sound like chopping. As you turn around and see that one of the corgis are holding a knife and a cutting board and is cutting cucumbers for some reason. And the other one is cutting up bread? And there appears to be some... Yeah, they appear to have opened up what appears to be like a small cabinet, and there appears to somehow be fresh food in there.
Wait, what?
In the kitchenette.
How's there fresh food? What?
You don't
Something's
know how,
weird
but
here.
You heard what you heard. The corgis are making food.
Oh, cool.
And very competently at that.
I'm sure.
How is there still fresh food in here?
I don't know.
Kill our
You wanna check it
reindeer.
out?
They kill our reindeer.
This is what he's
Where
asking
are
to the
they?
party, essentially. This is what he's saying in character.
Where
I
are
mean,
they?
it might be magic.
Suppose, but...
Either that or a trick.
Potentially. Why don't you guys try tricking some of these, strange berries and see what happens, too? I don't know if more light does anything or not, but Jack Rice can go check that corner, because how is there fresh food in this kind of place, essentially?
I guess Deanna will inspect the other braziers.
Well, in that case, which ones are you touching?
He'll touch the north one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. You touch it and it lights up. Meanwhile, over here, I'm guessing you use Detect Magic. Zacharias?
Yeah.
You use Detect Magic, and yeah, like you notice, like there's a little fridge. Well, I said a little fridge. There's a little cabinet that appears to be. It appears to be enchanted with some sort of a stasis magic. So, yeah, whatever is stored in there doesn't necessarily decompose. Like, imagine it reminds you of gentle repose, but just generally like repurposed specifically for food.
Okay.
Just so you can have food in here, like maybe for longer periods of time or something like that.
Hey guys, there's kind of like preservation magic to this place right here. At least this cabinet.
Yeah, the food itself doesn't detect as magic, but the cabinet that it was stored in is.
Huh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's also in the kitchenette, there's what appears to be like a full basin of water. When you smell it, it doesn't smell rancid at all.
And fresh water too. Huh.
Oh, good.
The magic does, or at least the basin does radiate magic.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Can I focus in on that part then?
It radiates magic with the aura of conjuration.
So if I start filling my water canteen with water from there, I imagine it's gonna refill, is what Zacharias is thinking.
So yeah, the cabinet is transmutation, and the cabinet is transmutation, and the basin is conjuration.
If any of your water skins are empty, now's the time to fill up.
They don't need water skins.
I know, the magic rock, but if you ever get separated from Vivian, you never know.
That's fair.
This basin, is it movable?
No. It is built into the kitchenette, which in itself appears to be somehow fused to the wall.
I was thinking that too, Kage.
So in other words, you can grab everything from the kitchenette except the kitchen sink.
Damn. And everything in the kitchen sink. Oh no.
I will say, when you do take water out of it,
Mm-hmm.
the levels of the basin stay the same.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
so-
out of curiosity, there's a bucket beside it. You grab a bucket of water, and the water doesn't overflow when you put a bucket in, and it doesn't the level doesn't lower when you pull it out.
Yeah. Zacharias just refills water skin from there. Then after that.
He's playing with the water. He's being
Yeah, pretty much. It's like this is
it's
interesting.
good fun.
This is very
Meanwhile,
interesting.
Yenra is just turning on the torches on and off.
Well, I mean, if you think that's interesting, my rock's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting, but
It's
this
a rock,
is
I
just...
understand.
Not that it's just a rock, but I can get more and put more and just doesn't go up. It stays at the same level. It self-regulates even with excess.
Well, I mean, we have an axe if you want to take an axe to it.
I'd rather not risk that.
That's fair.
Yeah, even though you mentioned there's no evil, so no current undead, I don't trust the fact that they have the mummies here standing around if we try
To take
damaging
something?
things in here. Well, we're
Fair.
taking the food and they haven't attacked. I'm assuming that's fine, but if we start damaging things, I think that may be different.
Yeah. Well, I am prepared if you guys get hurt in front of me. But you have to get hurt in front of me.
True. My more main concern as a Fazray is less the physical wounds and what else could come from it.
Yeah.
No, it'll be fine. It's just some rocks.
We just see the rocks start growing on him. Like,
It's just some rocks. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Deanna will turn off the brazier.
In spirit of the Pokemon, the Corgis are now finished making a couple of sandwiches.
Ah, that was nice, Will Duck. That was nice. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. That was a nice.
Seeing that the stream
Yeah.
started with Pokemon.
yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
The food in the fridge does, however, not replenish like the water does.
Oh. Huh, I guess it's just preservation for that part.
Mm-hmm.
So transmutation can do that and conjure. Okay. Zacharias just making like mental notes of that area. And those
You do know
magics.
there is a spell called Create Food and Water, but apparently
Yeah.
it's not been used here. I mean, to be fair, it's a high level spell.
It is. It is.
Thank you, Cordies.
Yeah, praise the corks.
But yeah. So now did you turn off all the sconces or just one of them, the one you were playing with?
The one I was playing with.
Okay. So only the southern sconce of this one is turned on then. One moment as I do a little quick area check. As Zacharias turns around, Detect Magic is still on, and he notices that the 4 sconces right here, as you would imagine, they detect that magic, but it also detects magic at the back of the room.
Huh. Zacharias is gonna start walking over to them, following them.
It appears to be transmutation magic.
Transmutation, okay.
Yes?
I'm sensing magic in this direction, so I'm just trying to investigate. Transmutation?
I believe so. Let me double check. Yeah. Actually, one moment. Let me double check something.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, transmutation.
Transmutation, okay. Yeah. And it's just on the wall itself is detecting as that?
There's an area of the wall. I mean, you can't pinpoint it exactly from where you're standing, but just the wall. A decent chunk of the wall is detecting as transmutation.
Yeah, there's a decent part of the wall that's radiating it for some reason.
Do you wanna... Maybe we should press the wall?
We can try. Guess I'll do so.
I mean, I'd offer to go through it, but
I suppose in addition to the warding, there's like a new thing of transportation. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, pressing the wall appears to do nothing. It's like just like pushing a wall.
Maybe a response to certain light.
Maybe. You mind touching some of those middle magic torches, essentially?
Sure.
See what happens if you light all of them.
Oh god,
Yeah.
it's a puzzle.
General will go and do that. He lights up all the braziers.
Okay, how'd you go? Okay, yeah, never mind then. You light up all the braziers and nothing.
Maybe they have to
You touch-
be lit in an
You
order.
touch the eastern one, the northern one, and the western one, and it's just nothing.
Hmm.
With detect magic, you don't notice a change.
Okay.
General will turn each one off.
In which image configuration? Starting with the western one.
North, south, east, west.
The moment you touch the northern one, that light goes out, and the stone behind Zacharias starts shifting
Huh?
into the form of a doorway.
I'm touching more lights yet.
One moment. Ugh. Darken spills into the room. You found the underdark.
Oh,
The
no.
dark consume. Let the darkness consume
Oh, you
you.
fool! Yeah, the stone
Right.
starts. The stone starts shifting and forms a doorway.
No, no. Secret
Secret door.
passage.
So how did that
Secret
one connect to the
tunnel.
kitchen, though?
Secret tunnel.
Oh, no. Secret tunnel.
tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
From Avatar, bro. From Avatar. Where luck gets it.
Yeah.
Secret
Secret
tunnel.
tunnel through the mountain.
Secret
do you-
lovers.
Do you
Through
guys
that tunnel.
forge on ahead?
Yes.
Hallway. Meanwhile, the corgis are... Well, one of the corgis is riding around the other with a platter of what appears to be sandwiches, just handing them out, or at least offering them. Is anyone eating the sandwiches?
Deanna will cautiously eat his while on the move.
It tastes different from the sandwiches you're used to, but it's edible. I mean, that's mostly because of the ingredients at the time may not be the same as the ingredients now and such, but then again, it's food. It's edible.
It's
Also,
sustenance.
cucumbers are 100% dependent on where you grow them for their flavor.
Yeah. Oh, another symbol on the door. One that the Emma does not recognize immediately. Those with religion, please roll them.
And
Damn it.
dice, let's go.
Weapons are my
I
religion,
will
so
say-
how do we do that? No, I'm
I will say this. Like, as the other,
Mhm.
I forgot to explain what the other one looked like. Rasmus' symbol looks like a swirl. Like starts chunky in the middle and then just swirls out, and just
Mhm.
becomes thin. Actually, no, it's thicker. Anyways, it's swirls thick on one end and thin on the other. But yeah. So
well,
what you see right now is a mask. It appears to be like a mask on this wall, where one end is dark and the other end is light. With that is above a 20. Vivian
Yes.
would know this to be the symbol of Nephis, a god of magic and knowledge.
oh, this is Nephis's symbol.
I hear he has an archive somewhere with information. Her.
Funny.
Yeah, another neutral god, specifically god of magic.
Yeah.
I would
Why
say
are there
for some reason, this just sort of pops into your head because that's above a 20, right? That 9 modifier.
9 plus 13 is above a 20.
22.
Yeah, with a 20, like you recall a tidbit that Nephis, worship of Nephis, like was very large in a place you for some reason now recall as Osirion, and that sort of clicks into place. Like apparently Nephis at some point was an Osirian.
Nephis is highly worshipped in Osirian, and it's Sorry, it's a little weird just getting the information in my head.
I can imagine.
Guess they worship
Deanna
multiple
will open the
gods.
door.
Okay.
Only Ron are
You
still
open
here.
the door. Oops, that is darkness.
Oh, this is
Damn you,
kind of
darkness.
a polytheistic land, so
So you open the door to find, lo and behold, a massive fuck-off library. And you notice immediately that something feels off. Because as you move around, as you enter the space, it feels weird. It very much feels weird. Detect magic is still active at this point, and it detects as, well, I'm just gonna straight out say it. It feels like the room has been stretched in space. On the map, it shows as 30, but in reality, to walk from one end to the other, wide, is 60 feet. So this place in space has sort of been enlarged, and it's a big library.
so it's bigger on the inside.
It's a TARDIS library, basically, yeah.
Yes.
But you wouldn't see that because you don't see a library from the outside. You sort of see into it. Those
Yes.
who walk into it, like for some reason, when you look at them, they just sort of shrink when they walk through past the threshold. That's a nice way of putting it.
Vivian, you got smaller.
I did.
Vivian looks around and Zacharias got taller. Or further away or something like that.
This looks
Yeah.
When
way
did
too
you?
big.
When
No.
did you grow?
I should mention.
Basically on both ends, they look like people are further away.
Yeah.
Like this space has been stretched, basically, stretched and pulled.
You two went
It's
before I can
weird,
mention.
It's weird.
There's
Yeah, it's a big library.
a strange
I wanna
size
say-
distortion to this room.
I want to say comprehend language is still active as well.
Sweet.
Still somewhat active, and almost every imaginable topic, is in this room. Like you have magic manuals, at least like the placards on the library itself. It's mostly, for the most part, a very well organized library with different types of sorting and stuff like that. The spines themselves does not have names on them, but you see different categories: magic, history, different things like that. But yeah.
This is an amazing library.
It is.
This is immense.
I'm not gonna explain the entire room because it's a library. It's a labyrinth
Library,
of.
yeah.
I mean, if you've been in a library, it's a labyrinth of books.
It is. It
essentially.
is. You're in a maze. You're in a maze when you're in a library.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, Deanna's gonna check this door.
It pushes open. You get a weird feeling as you pass through it, and as you look down, you see a familiar sight of a grate.
So that's where this one led. Head back in, close the door.
Okay.
Oh, we found out
Oh,
where
yeah.
the other. I found out where the other path led.
Do you guys want to explore this room?
Zacharias would, yes.
Yes.
Okay. How much time do you want to spend in this room just looking about?
I don't think I should answer Zacharias because that'll be a very, very long time.
Forever is his
Forever,
answer.
almost.
But yeah, so who wants to lace about essentially on the little reading section that's in the center? I mean, you notice what appears to be like a plush chair someplace in the center. Also in the center, there's a circle of plush chairs around the statue. What appears to be a man that on one side looks neat and the other side looks sort of like it's burning away. And in his all right hand, he appears to be holding a very familiar shape, blue stone. That is, well, yeah, radiating magic. It looks like the key. It looks like the lodestone that is currently in the back packet of Zacharias. But it's blue this time.
Do you
Looks
want me to
like-
take this one?
Perhaps the owner. I don't know how it's gonna work if you are ethereal.
That's fair.
The owner, you want to grab that one? I assume it could be a key. It's text and magic as well, but I don't know.
Hold on a second. I want to investigate that statue. The one that apparently holds the blue keystone. Stone?
Vivian would recognize that statue as a depiction of Nethys. If you look up Nethys on Google, Pathfinder Nethys, you'll basically see a visage of a man like halfly blasted and halfly fine, and that's basically the statue.
Yeah.
On one hand he holds the mask, on the other hand he holds this blue stone.
That's Nethys.
So one
Actually,
hand
it looks like this.
So on one hand he holds the mask, and the other he holds the stone.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think normally he holds the stone, but
I think I have an idea. Rias, come here.
What?
Try and see if you can switch the stones.
Switch the stones.
I think we're gonna need both.
Yeah, I can't open every door here. I don't know if I want to switch.
The stone does exude some very strong transmutation magic. Actually, no, not strong. It just exudes transmutation magic, like average aura.
It exudes transmutation magic.
Alright then. I'll just carry it. And Deanna will take the sapphire stone.
Okay, you've picked up a sapphire stone. Good job. So, who's searching the library?
Zach is for sure.
I'm gonna look
Okay.
around it.
I'm trying to make a list, essentially, of
I've-
what he's searching.
I think we should only spend like 3 hours in here.
Okay.
I'm counting 3 hours.
So you're spending 3 hours. In which case, I would very much like for those who search to roll me 3d100. At
Okay.
least right now.
Alright, this is
So
also
I'm looking
just
up some things.
general things he may do / want. Holy shit.
Apparently I can roll high on freaking
Holy shit.
D100s.
Okay.
I want to
Yes.
mention that the dice that I am using, I believe, is called the Arcane.
That is fitting.
Nice.
That is
So
fitting.
when you use D100s, you roll D10 and D100 physically, right? That's how it goes for that?
It's a D10. It's the
Uh,
D10 with the 2
D100.
numbers
Yeah.
and
Two
the
ze-
D10.
Two zeros and single. If all
Yeah.
shows up as zeros, it is 100.
Okay.
Because 0, 0, and 0, that's 10 and 10, which is 100.
Got you. Okay.
Actually, it's called Archmage's Favor,
Ah.
which is perfect.
The first
Still.
one's
Bit.
41. Second one's 89.
Okay.
Third is 60.
60. Okay. So Deanna is also looking. Well, here's the thing, Deanna, you can't read. All of this is in languages you don't understand. Imagine I told you, like, go down to, let's pick a random place. Go to Russia. Go to Russia. Go to a library in Russia and pick out, like, specifically a book on Swedish culture for me, please. You would not be able to find it. Especially if it was just text and no pictures. But yeah. I would like for Vivian to roll me another 3d100. Actually, no. 4d100 and Zacharias 3d100.
Yeah.
Because you together find 7 scrolls.
Oh, wow.
Does Zacharias have read magic?
Read magic? Oh, let me double check. Spells. Yes, he does. He does have read magic.
Okay. So you don't have to roll identify to find out the scrolls. You just sort of read the magic and find out what it is.
Did I throw a D100 or?
Three. You roll me D100
Three,
three
okay.
times.
Alright.
I'll do the rest. Basically, there's going to be a lot of things.
To be fair, I do not have read magic. That is a first level spell for me, so no.
Yeah, you don't.
would
Like,
bring
you find
them.
a scroll, you don't know what it is.
I
first-
read a scroll. I put it in the handy haversack.
Let's see. And roll me another one. No, come back here. Stupid dice.
They're running
I
away
should
from you,
get
man.
more of these. 27. So you find a. The first scroll Vivian finds is a 5th level scroll. 5th
Damn.
level arcane scroll.
Wow.
She finds a scroll of major creation.
Damn.
You rolled very high on your first roll, so oh wait, never mind. I did that rather. That was a medium. Anyways, I'm still giving you that major creation.
Okay.
You got one scroll of major creation.
Okay.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's with 3. Second scroll is another one on. Actually, that's a minor chat. So it is an. I, for some reason, rolled 2 of the dice that I want to roll. Ugh. What is with me and not find the dice that I need? Do that.
It's because they like to hide.
Yes, they do.
Could not
So you
find my
find that-
rubber D4.
You find another. Oh no, that's sad.
What?
That you can't find another D4. You're a D4. Anyways,
It's okay. It's a rubber D4, so it's not like it's an actual
the
booby
second
trap.
scroll you find is another arcane. It's another arcane one.
I'm innocent,
Yeah.
Dane. I'm actually innocent. This is beyond me.
It's another. I was gonna say it's
That's
another
what they
one, but no,
all
it's another
say.
arcane one. It has 2 scrolls on it this time, and one of them is a second level spell,
Hmm.
and the other one is a 1st level one. So you find one scroll with 2 spells on it. The first spell, the 1st level one, is Charm Person. And the second one, the 2nd level spell is Shatter.
Well, Azray's got some scrolls.
Really?
Well, that's Azray can actually, I believe Azray can use that Shatter one at least.
Azray, you are the only arcane caster.
At the moment.
Arcane
Personally-
caster?
Yeah.
You're an
Me?
arcane spellcaster technically.
What? Oh my god.
Blood
Okay.
Rager is an arcane class.
Okay. I thought you guys
Yeah.
meant like
Third
literally
scroll.
in terms of like.
Arcane scroll, or arcane 1 scroll, and it is a 3rd level spell. Again, well, not again. The 3rd level spell. The 3rd level spell you find is a scroll of rage. Yay.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to send that yet.
The Charm Person and Shatter scroll are technically on the same parchment.
That's fair, but
Let's see, and you find the Divine Scroll as your 3rd one. You find one Divine Scroll, and it appears to be of a 2nd level spell. Need to find a different table. Come here, my little divinities. 45, which is Fog Cloud. Scroll of Fog Cloud.
I spelled
Another
cloud
divine
wrong.
one, single, and a 3rd divine. Okay, that's gonna be fun.
A fog could do that though, Kage.
Let's see, 62. Ooh, this one could be this is gonna be fun. Remove blindness, deafness.
Hey, that's good.
Helpful.
Very.
Now Zacharias's, which has all they're all minor, sadly.
Ah, oh.
Wait, can
You
you guys hear me? My
find-
Discord is fucking up.
Yes, we can hear you.
Wait, I
you
found
find a scroll with one divine first level spell.
Mhm.
That spell, 82, becoming protection from law.
Ooh.
I mean, it's kind of fitting, seeing as it's a neutral place. This.
Yes.
You
also.
find.
Also, it protects him against me.
Yes. You find
patches for you.
an arcane second level.
Mm-hmm.
Arcane second level, and that is Bear's Endurance.
Ooh.
The last one you find is another divine one with one scroll on it, and it is a cantrip.
Yeah.
And that cantrip, or that orison rather, that is a scroll of no direction.
Interesting. Okay. It's pretty good for a labyrinth, actually.
I feel like I
Yeah,
have
you
that
find-
last one. Oh, no direction. Never mind.
Yeah, no direction. The cursed version of that one would be no direction. You cast and you don't know where the hell you are. You get a, you
Yes.
get a
For a
permanent
minute.
minus 10 to your survival.
When did
No,
it become
no.
now Zoro? When did that happen?
I was gonna make the joke that I have that permanent seed on myself, the cursed version. Because you've recently seen how bad my sense of direction is.
Yeah, Ezra, here's one for you. I see it's the Bear's Endurance one.
Thank
Uh,
you
yeah.
very much, my good friend.
So you guys have been here in 3 hours. You
Just
started to
3
get you feeling a bit tired.
I think we can settle in for the night here.
Yeah,
Feel
sounds
safe
good.
enough.
That works perfectly for me. It's TSO perfectly for this to keep watch.
Zacharias just keeps
Reading.
finds a book and reads the entire
You
night.
can read
Like,
the
he just
entire
stays
watch.
there. He just stays there reading his book. Like he
Oh.
doesn't give a fuck.
Well, here's the thing. You can't. You don't know. You guys. It's all written in language you guys don't understand. The only way you knew something at all was you had read magic, which you could
Yeah.
do magical.
It'll run
magical
out
spells.
before, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they
I
could-
can always do one more casting of it, so I have an hour 20, and then go with this like a little bit more time. But yeah.
well,
I mean,
can you do me a favor
I'll
then?
do you this. If there's one knowledge that you've done in this place that you want to read up on, that you want to redo, I'll allow you one reroll of any knowledge check you've done in this place so far. Is there something you want to reroll that you didn't roll good on? Like, that would be, I want to say, the Beatles. I want to say, there was the stone statues. If you want to get more info on those, and there is, I want to say, the painting of the Black Sphere.
I think we should do the painting. Just out of character.
Solid character, yeah, no. Because I kind of want to see if they have any books on Garber here, but yeah, that'll probably be the one I'd want to read with this painting.
I mean, basically, like, you're thinking to yourself, well, like, oh, I want to know about those creatures. I go to the creature section. Like, that looks like a magical item. I'm gonna go check out the magic item section. And it's, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it for
That's what
the,
I'm trying to do.
I'll do it for the, painting one, since it seems the more important one.
Give me a reroll. I'll give you a +2 because you're using a library.
Okay. Let's go dice, come on. So 16 plus 5 plus 2, that is 23.
So you come across a book that appears to be it appears like you pull it out on the shelf and you just look at it and it looks like kind of look familiar to the walls. And let me open up let me just open up something.
Yeah.
There's a title on top of there's a title on the front of it, and it says the treasures of 𝓲𝓵𝓙𝓘. Let me type that out.
How do you spell that?
Like this.
Okay.
The treasures
Gotcha.
of 𝓲𝓵𝓙𝓘.
Yeah.
And yeah, you open it up and there's like a front picture that looks very much like it's like a small little like drawing in it that very much looks like the hallways you've been walking through. Like the pillars look the same, the walls, the floor look the same, and you sort of flick through it, and like a black object catches your sight, like a big round sphere, and you find out that apparently, if this is 𝓲𝓵𝓙𝓘 that you're currently in, or at least like the palace of 𝓲𝓵𝓙𝓘, which you think it might be, and apparently interred like in one of the deepest regions of the palace of 𝓲𝓵𝓙𝓘, there is an artifact of a type that's been known to be called a sphere of annihilation. It has been guarded down. It's been locked and battered down deep within the labyrinth of the palace. And yeah, that is basically what you get to know about it. Sphere of Annihilation.
Oh my god.
If you have,
Yeah,
I would imagine with a
we're
24.
in a place that has that.
Well, maybe if this is
Maybe.
if this is the labyrinth, the palace of 𝓲𝓵𝓙𝓘, then maybe.
Oh, God.
For those that don't know, to continue on with reading about with a 24 knowledge of that, the Sphere of Annihilation is a globus absolute blackness 2 feet in diameter. Any matter that comes into contact with the sphere is instantly sucked into the void and utterly destroyed.
Permanently.
Only direct divine intervention can restore an annihilated character. Long story short, this thing, if mishandled, is dangerous. There is a way, you recall there might have been a way of moving it, but you don't recall how. The book doesn't elaborate. It's not something you pick up and have in your pocket. Like, the moment you touch it with your hands, you're sucked in and you die.
Good to know it's
Sounds-
maybe here.
But yeah. Well, I mean, at least now you know if you see something floating in
Don't
the air
touch
that
it.
is to the amateur of pure blackness, don't touch it.
Do not touch it. Crystal clear now.
And given that it's utter blackness, there is no depth perception to see how far away it is. So if you think it's ahead of you, don't walk directly towards it. Just walk around it.
Just go all the way away.
The best way is to turn your back to it and walk.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, I mean, maybe it's here. You don't know.
Maybe.
It might be this place might be envious and wants to be this palace. Might be an invitation thing. You
Yeah,
know
I could
how
choose
rich
some
people are.
architecture, you know. Oh boy. Okay. As for Dinner's question, I don't know what kind of clarity he wants, and I don't think I can know more about it.
I mean, all we
like
know
I
is the
said,
fact
it's
that it's a blue stone.
I said it has transmutation to it. That's why I
Roll
mentioned
me a
that.
spellcraft.
Alright, I'll modifier for this.
I mean, we'll know
Because-
if it's the same thing if Deanna puts it down and it ends up in his hands.
Yeah, have you tried that?
So he sets it down.
It's on the floor now.
He walks away from it.
I rolled a nat one, there's no way I'm turning that.
It's still on the floor, Dane. I don't know why you're so paranoid.
See, that's what I'm figuring. They're paranoid it might be a lodestone. I know it's not a lodestone because you didn't put a snail on my character, nor was my movement hampered.
Well, it was just an object. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't place cursed items. You guys just pick them up. They come out of nowhere, I tells you. I don't know what you're talking about. You're too paranoid.
I don't know.
Yeah, Strife doesn't know he got that
I rolled a
one.
nat one, so I don't know.
Not one. Yeah, I mean, there's transmutation. That's all you know.
Yeah, I'll know it's transmutation.
I'll get the check in the morning.
But yeah.
Well,
So as the night passes, one moment. Need to reroll 2 of those.
Yeah. I'll say Zacharias is just in like the plush seats that's always keeping watch from.
Yeah. So who's sleeping in a dog pile? The corgi snuggled up to someone making a dog pile. So who has a?
Vivian,
Who's
Ron, and the
gonna
corgis are in a dog pile.
Vivian
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
really need to sleep. At least doesn't feel the need to sleep.
I mean, you can still, if you try, you can still try, you can still like attempt to, but it's not like you feel the need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nothing's stopping you from
But
just
yeah, like
cuddling
nothing happens throughout the night.
Dane,
Well, I'll say
there is
nothing
something.
happens, but Asray is gone, but he has to roll me a 1d6.
Oh, the damage! Oh no.
Because yeah, like you guys wake up and you notice that the growth in Asray has been, well, let's say it like this, accelerating.
Oh.
Get
Well,
third level.
they've like you wake up and they're more noticeable than when he went to sleep. Some of the stone growth has definitely come back.
I need to see if I have what level spells I got.
DM.
Oh, okay.
Well,
When it comes to recovering 1 from the damage, is it all different damages?
one from every damage.
Okay, cool.
Oh, actually, no.
So my strength's back to normal, and my wisdom score is
Oh.
finally back to a 10.
My strength's normal.
If we're going to bed, I'm gonna use up the rest of my healing.
Okay, sweet. Don't have to
Okay.
do that math then.
While you guys do that, I'm gonna have a quick trip to the bathroom.
Okay.
Strife. We're back at our maximum strength now.
Yeah.
I have 18 again.
Yeah, I'm at 18 too.
Oh, what's even better is I finally am I'm almost back to normal will save power. Because because now my ability modifier for wisdom is back
No, we need to
to
penalize him
0.
again.
No,
Oh,
don't penalize me more.
Oh, next level is when I get third level spells. Okay.
Yeah, can we just like move in here? That sounds nice. Actually, what's to stop us from just toss? Oh, technically, we can toss a bunch of books into the portable hole, but I don't know.
I mean, what's stopping us might be enemies. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't see any mummies in this room.
You really want to steal books from the god of knowledge and magic.
Look at my god. The god of secrets. So, it honestly wouldn't be that out of character if it wouldn't be out of character at all, honestly, if I did that. It's pretty
You're
steep.
right.
Actually, I think we actually lower the Nethys doesn't trust him because of how much he does this. Let me double check. Because there's a section on his relation to other gods. I need to double check about Nethys if there's any mention there. The struggle for dominance between tribes of Nethys, 𝓲𝓵𝓷𝓾, and shenanis triggered the Oath Wars.
Okay, 𝓲𝓪𝓷𝓮'𝓼 is in the dog pile.
But yeah, literally looked it up, Kage. Because of their dominance for in a certain region, it led to Oath Wars. Nethys, 𝓲𝓵𝓷𝓾, and shenanis. That's interesting.
Strife.
What you guys talking about? I heard 𝓲𝓵𝓷𝓾.
I was looking up some like the relations of 𝓲𝓵𝓷𝓾 for other gods. And I'm like, of anyone he'd want to steal from, 𝓲𝓵𝓷𝓾 would want to steal from Nethys. And I read that church history, the struggle for dominance between churches of Nethys, 𝓲𝓵𝓷𝓾, and shenanis triggered the Oath Wars in 𝓮𝓺𝓃 in 2049-498 AR. So there's been wars.
Come on, what is that phrase? I love it. Who needs will saves? Go ahead, Wildick.
Speaking of relationships between the gods, you guys know Son Cthulhu, right?
Yes.
Son
Shenanis'
Cthulhu.
brother who went evil. Yeah.
Brother
The
of
god-
Shaylin.
Oh, Shaylin, sorry. Shaylin, the one evil.
Isn't he the god of like pain?
Yeah. More or less. He's like, I'm gonna say he's one of the ones that are like, that's like cartoonishly evil. He's the
I think
Midnight
so, yeah.
Lord, the Dark Prince, the Prince of Pain. Lawful evil deity of darkness, envy, loss, and pain. Sadists and masochism worship him. And here's the thing, like, something happened in the past where, like, Shaylin got very mad and more or less stole his staff and made it her own.
Yeah.
And to this day,
The
like,
glaive.
unless they like directly oppose them, clerics and like worshippers of 𝓮𝓵 will go out of the way to not harm
Each other, yeah.
worshippers of Shaylin, like unless they directly oppose them.
Yeah.
Oh, how
It
nice.
is
Yeah,
very interesting.
𝓮𝓵 used to be 𝓓𝓪𝓷𝓮'𝓼, a good deity who was similar to Shaylin until, yeah.
So, Kama over here says, "Who needs will saves? What's the worst that can happen? You get dominated and murder your party? Just storm the party that dominated you. They're clearly stronger anyway."
He gets it. That
Yeah, they get it. They
They
understand
get
it.
it.
They understand.
Yeah.
Azra, get ready.
Or
You're the
Yeah,
one that's gonna be
Chris.
most easily dominated along your team.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. You guys gotta get
You
ready.
and I are
You
gonna
guys
be-
gotta get-
You and I are obviously going to be dominated, so we got to
Yeah,
be
hell
ready
yeah.
to kick their asses.
Yeah,
This is why I have invisibility. This is why I have invisibility.
sure.
So, Azra, you need to roll a d6.
I D6. Okay.
Yes.
Dexterity damage. Let's go,
Ah,
baby.
I have
Roll low.
actual dice.
Pray you
I have
roll low.
actual dice.
Yeah, roll your actual dice, yeah.
Tell me what. You take 3 points of dexterity damage. Yay!
What does that mean? So how does
Which
how
means
does
you're
it
back
vary?
to
That means
you're
that,
back to
that
where
means
you
that you gain
started.
back. You gain back the +1 to not natural armor, but you also get -5 to movement speed.
So then, does that mean that I lose HP?
No,
No,
that's not. It's
means
not
that-
Constitution damage. It is
So
dexterity
go,
damage.
go to your core page, Perry, in your character sheet.
Okay.
On temp, go down to dex and put -3.
Yeah.
Oh.
When it comes to movement, I mean, you have fast movement
Oh.
because you're Blood Rager, so you have instead of having 40, you have 35.
Okay, I have.
So-
Hold on. I'm looking to see if
also
I
going-
should change anything else.
I'm also going to go to items and do. Let's see here.
Okay.
Curse of Stone, and we're just gonna add a -1 to that. No, +1. Sorry, +1. Oh no, wait. You have a natural thing.
So we see Stone has crawled up on
Yeah, like basically, it's
Azra
gotten back, it's gotten back to like how bad it was when this Stony Groves appears to have. Actually, you know what? So the Stony Groves appear to be the same as before when you removed it the first time, but you notice that the stoniness, okay, so there's outer stone and inner stone. The
Mhm.
outer stone appears to be just as restricting as it was, like, when he first got it, but the inner stone appears to have been creeping more over his body. So, he's not more hampered as he was before. The curse appears to have been taking a more hold, as it were. If that makes sense.
It makes sense.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay, roll me a 1d4.
Okay, I attempted.
Shit.
Okay, so yeah, nothing changes except that he goes from -3 to -2.
Yeah.
So you still have the -5 to movement, but you have the +1 to natural armor at least.
Alright.
The funny thing is that your AC doesn't change. Well, your touch gets worse, but your flat-footed gets higher, which is sad. I'll say sad. That you don't really use your flat-footed much, being a barbarian subtype.
Yeah.
Were you able
Yeah.
to find out anything about the stone? Chris?
Vivian can try.
Yeah, I'll try.
Against
I'll
the
use
next
my
night,
once a
Dane.
day.
Don't be in such a rush, Janet. Nothing's wrong. You shouldn't be so paranoid about it.
I'm not paranoid. I'm just asking about it. That's all.
Do you ask me every waking moment you've had?
I've only asked you twice!
Every waking moment you've had since you got it.
Oh, speaking of, there's also some there are also magical items you guys have yet to identify as well.
Hi,
Yeah.
Lucian.
Oh, no.
I got a 17 on the stone.
17 on the stone. 17 doesn't tell you much apart from it's the same thing.
The dark
Okay.
patch is fucked up.
But I do believe
think. I don't see
I
Lucian
do believe
here.
there's still the robe you guys have yet to identify from the stash from before, as well as one of the potions.
I don't think 24 on the rope.
24 on the robe doesn't help.
Yeah, I
you
didn't
can
think.
reroll on the rope on the treasure as well now, Sakurais.
The robot needed that 20 at that point to do it. I'll wait till the end of the session to do the rolls for identifying.
That is.
A 25.
Thank you.
Remind me again, like I haven't noted this down. Like what potions do you guys remember picking up? There was the Greater Magic Fang, there was the healing potions, and there was 2 more. Which one?
It should be in the portable hole, I think.
No, the portable hole doesn't have it.
Where do we put the potions, though?
I think we put.
You guys-
I think someone put them in
Bag
the
of holding?
wagon.
Or the wagon, maybe, yeah.
Check waggony wagon, people.
Dane, you have a mouse too. You can do it as well, you know.
That's what I'm doing.
I do not see
No, it's not
any
there.
potions.
I don't see a potion.
Isn't Vivian's bag of holding, maybe?
I did not put any potions in my bag in my handy
Here's a
haver.
fun thing about the chat archive. We have made 71 pages chat-wise in this.
That's because we
Neat.
That's because we keep playing it. Because we are awesome.
Well, maybe not the end run, but.
Hey,
Debatable, it's debatable.
I'm just as
What is-
awesome as you are, Rias.
What
It's
is
not
sad is that on one end, let's see here. That's from previous game. Okay.
Okay, I found it. We have. I think I found it. Let me see. There may be multiple. I see. We have 10 potions of Cure Wounds, 1 potion of Hide from Undead, 1 potion of Greater Magic Fang, 1
Okay,
unknown
so the
potion,
last-
and 1 unknown
the last-
box.
One unknown potion and 1 unknown box. Okay. Well, the box we did at the very end. It was
very
a,
end, okay.
it was a folding boat.
For them. Oh, right. So it's just
Yes.
1 potion. But we have Greater
Potion-
Magic Fang.
It was a potion of enlarged person.
Enlarged person. Last one. Okay.
Yes. And yeah, I want to say you guys there was one of the robes as you guys. The rainbow robe wasn't identified as well either. I want to say.
Yeah,
It
well,
was not.
24 did not do it.
Yeah, 24 didn't do it.
Yeah.
On the potion, I got 25.
Yeah, enlarged person. That's decent to have.
Okay.
Deanna could just down that. We could actually have a powerful puncher.
I see how it is. Calling Vivian weak.
But yeah, what you guys want to do?
May I want to rent out that book of this stuff and just add it to my inventory.
Okay.
Deanna will head over to the other door and wait for the party.
That door. I'm just gonna tell you right now. As you push on it, it appears to be not budging.
He pushes on it again. It doesn't budge.
Yeah, no, it doesn't budge. It's like it's locked or bad or something.
I would like to investigate it while Rias shows up with his lodestone.
The lodestone shows up and nothing appears to be lighting up.
Okay.
Your investigation, like I mean, it looks like any other door. It's just that when you try to push it open, push or drag it open, it doesn't appear to be budging. Like I said, it's like pushing or dragging on a wall. It doesn't budge at all.
Is there a hole, like for a lock?
No. There's the same like handholds, like the indents in the wall to like push or pull, like on any other door. There's no lock.
I think this one's barred.
Could be.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe.
You could always try charging it up on 𝓓𝓪𝓷𝓮'𝓼 and try breaking it down.
You could do that.
Oh, it's not wise, especially since it goes to a library for a god of knowledge, from what Vivian says.
Rash!
I was like, no!
You bounce back and just you just bounce back. They're rubber doors. You just continue bouncing back and forth now. Great job.
Oh, it's like a
Perpetual motion
necklace.
dragon.
Perpetual motion dragon.
To be fair, you're asking the lawful good paladin if it's good to steal.
Yes.
Who's asking if it's good to steal?
Deanna said that it's not good to steal from the god of knowledge,
Oh.
and I'm like, you're asking the lawful good paladin if it's good to steal.
No!
He's
I
saying
didn't
it's
say
not
that.
good to steal. He's not saying asking if we should.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying in general, you're asking the lawful good.
Deanna's gonna attempt this door now.
You opened it before.
Does Deanna have the blue orb or the blue gem?
He does.
Okay.
Lawful good paladin. Is it good to steal from thieves?
If it's in Sea of Thieves, then yes.
This was open. We're gonna have to go around, guys.
Alright.
Okay.
Are you holding the gemstone visibly, Deanra?
Let me check my inventory. Yes.
I mean, I'm asking that if you're holding it in your hand, or if you just have it in your backpack like Zacharias does.
Yes, I'll actually unequip my shield to do that.
Okay.
And by unequip my shield, I mean I can't really use it for shield bonus right now.
Well, here's the thing: it's not a buckler.
Yeah, I know.
It's a heavy steel shield. If you want to hold something in your hand, you're gonna have to unequip your shield.
I'll unequip my shield then, and hold the
Okay.
orb in my left hand and the torch in my right.
Got it. I mean, you could have been smart and gotten like a shield, a torch holding modification for your shield, but oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next time.
Does everyone follow? Yep. Okay. Zacharias, you need to roll me a will save right now.
I'm in depths. Let's see what happens. 19 plus. Let me see what's my bonus for will. 19 plus 9, 28.
28, you say?
28.
28. Roll me 2d4.
Ah, sick. Okay. Is that D4 section? Let's see.
Oh, I know
Yes, I
what
have
you
called
did.
chops. Yeah, you know what I did.
I know what you did out of
You
character.
know what I did. Okay, 1 and 3, so 4 total.
4 total. You suffer 4 points of intelligence drain.
Drain?
Yeah.
Yes. As you cross the threshold out of this library, you just sort of feel dumber.
Oh, well, it's just...
Ow. No, the drain's much worse than damage.
Drain is worse, yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Drain cannot be healed
Seriously?
overnight.
It can't
Yeah.
be healed via resting or lesser restoration. You need greater restoration for that.
Oh no, you just need restoration.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you-
rest-
you
regular
restoration
restoration.
and 100 gold's worth of diamond dust.
Did we rest or something? Should I go back to full
yeah.
HP?
Yeah, Vivian used
Uh,
audio.
Oh, Vivian used lots of magic, so basically everyone's full HP now.
Sweet.
Achoo!
Bless you.
Achoo! I'm
Bless
sorry.
Bless you.
Blessing! Blessings on the Gesundheit and wishes of well wishes. Nondescript wishing of well-being. There we go. I'm gonna have a cookie. But yeah. You don't feel so good, Mr. Zacharias.
Yeah.
Guillermo looks behind him, sees that there's no one there.
I'm behind you. We're moving as a group.
I know, I'm just making a joke, okay? Everything alright there, Rias?
Been better.
Something happened? You're holding your head a bit.
It's fine.
You say so.
Are you sure?
Push yourself too hard.
It's fine.
Hmm.
The general will look at this portcullis. What does it react to?
I mean, you get close to it and nothing happens.
Doesn't seem to respond to me.
Let the 𝓓𝓪𝓷𝓵 try. No, I'm kidding.
Go for it.
Should we?
No, we're not lifting it up. We're only going to get the same result. You guys going to reach up and knock on the portcullis. These things move via a specific key being nearby. Obviously, they respond only to magic. Raw strength won't get them open from what we've already tried.
Well, to be fair, you haven't tried much. You just tried to pull it.
I tried
I mean,
lifting
I'm
it.
just saying that there's more ways of getting through a wall, but oh well. You guys have done all you can, at least on a civil standpoint. But yeah.
Rather not be breaking through everything. Does it respond as Rias approaches?
As Zacharias gets close, the handprint appears on the wall as usual. Well, as I did before, rather. This is the same wallway. I'm guessing, but yeah.
The general batteries, if you may.
Why don't you try pressing it? There's a handprint.
Yes. General will hold the stone underneath his right armpit as he touches the hand.
Touching the hand, as you touch the handprint, as it usually happens, it reacts and the portcullis flies up through the stone, leaving no marks behind like it was ever there. And as you pass through it, the handprint follows you past.
Oh, so it's one Yenra now. Okay.
It's following me.
No. I'm saying It's the same thing like before. It's following the red lodestone.
No, I was saying we're testing if Yenra touching it first, since even though it's revealed now from the red one, to see what happens if he touches it while holding the blue one.
Well, no, the handprint reacts to being touched, but it doesn't follow the blue one. It still follows around Zacharias.
Okay, so it's still on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, as Zacharias passes, the handprint follows.
Okay.
Alright.
But he was able to touch it when I was near and it went through. Oh, I went invisible? I'm gone. What? There we go.
It can apparently move you.
Huh.
Maybe because he's connected to the lodestone, you can move the lodestone.
No, I think my sheets... She can access my sheet, I believe, right? Because my sheet was a newer sheet, so she has access to it.
I think so, yeah.
Only the older sheets we don't have access to, so 𝓮𝓵, Vivian, etc. Newer sheets we have access to, because we take them from the fresh character sheet section.
Oh well.
That's how we're usually able to help level up.
Yep.
Wait a second. Deanna kind of looks around after they pass through the portcullis.
Mm-hmm.
There's another pathway here, wasn't there?
Oh,
do you mean?
over here. I just didn't manage to snag it right.
Okay, that's what I fucking.
Sorry. I did a very good job. I did a very good job of clipping just the edge of it.
Yeah, just the edge.
That's
the
Sorry.
edge.
That comes later, Dane. That comes later. Don't worry.
Later.
As the enemy gets close to the door, a blue glowing handprint shows up on it.
How tall is Azrai?
Very big, I think.
You might want
I
to
was saying
catch
he's
up to
the
the
tallest
party,
one of the
Azrai.
Thank you.
Azrai, am I holding this as General hands him the torch?
Sure. I'll take it.
General will place a hand on the handprint.
Nothing happens.
Have you tried pushing?
He pushes on the handprint.
Nothing happens. You push on the handprint.
Hmm.
You want to draw a hang turkey? I mean, get some chalk. You can do it.
Deanna will test the door.
The door doesn't move. There's a glowing handprint on it. It's a very ornate-looking door. This is actually, I forgot to mention earlier. It's not too obvious, but this door is better looking than the others. Has a little bit more frills to it. Not much, but a little bit.
Azrai, back up. Rias, come forth.
How dare you?
I summon Rias in attack mode.
I just realized what I said!
Say please first.
Say please.
Rias, could you please come here? I didn't mean to say it like that.
Nope.
As
Commanding
Wise steps up to the plate and being summoned in attack mode, a red handprint appears on his side of the door.
Let's try pressing both at the same time.
Alright.
Deanna places his hand on his.
So is Zacharias.
So as you press your hand on it, you feel the door start to budge, almost as if you can push it open if you wanted to.
As Kage tells me to hydrate, Deanna will push it with Rias if Rias does push.
As you push the door, motes of light start glinting in through like a bright light shines in through the door, and hits one of the dogs in the face, who proceeds to sneeze, and having a few more, well, what appears to be dancing lights coming out of its nostrils. But anyways, what feels like strong light comes through the door as a very well illuminated room stands before you, with what appears to be a very well dressed Gab figure just sort of sitting slumped on a throne, as a huge snake just turns towards you. A huge sized mummified snake sort of snaps its heads to the side
And then crumbles into
and
dust.
just
and
starts
modified.
barreling towards you. Roll for initiative.
Shit.
Ah, crap
Just for a
baskets.
second. There we go.
Can I roll Ra's initiative instead?
I could roll
We
in-
finally get. Strife gets a nat 20.
and then I do lunch. I have
Well,
lunch break.
you know, I guess it's fitting. I summoned Rias to the attack position because we just got attacked.
It's funny, yeah. You summoned him in an attack
Good.
position, bro. You should have had him in the
So what happens is that okay, so the corgi wise, one of them, the bottom one just sort of stands up, making the other one fall over, just turns around, back, and then they just sort of switch places. So slightly, the corgi that looks a little bit more venerable is now the one currently in mounted position. Cavaliers have switched basically.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Actually, wait a moment. Yeah, fuck it. It gets to there.
Okay. Yeah. That
Why
honestly,
is
that
it
biggest thing,
Rias?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. That
Why
was-
is it on Rias?
It spends its entire it's basically it's like so fast. Well, it's modified, but it gets a burst of speed, and it's now like more or less blocking the way.
Technically, with a snake dance it's on all of us. With this thing, it's on all of us. This
Fair.
northern points. Only Azrael is safely farther enough, maybe.
Oh yeah, but I'm a fucking pro, dude. You guys
So
can
you
have
can't
me
hit it
up front.
either.
Have me up front, but no, it's okay. Go have me
I
up
blame
front.
him. He summoned me in
So-
attack mode for some reason.
So Saxon, what's up? We're in attack
Oh.
mode, but do you want to
Angry.
be defensive and flee, or do you want to stand and deliver?
Ooh, stand
for-
and deliver.
I mean,
Stand
for
and-
one thing, you are. For one thing, this thing is huge. This is category size large. Category size huge.
Wow.
Oh, jeez, a
Category
huge
size
size one.
huge? Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
That's a category?
It may be
So
okay
it's-
then, Azrael.
it's a
It may
three-
be
it's
okay.
a-
If it's huge, it
If
may
it
be
becomes
okay.
bigger, it becomes humongous, which is four
What?
across.
So it's a 3x3 cube right now.
It may actually
It
update
is a-
you, Azrael, from where you are, and you
It
can't
is a
touch it.
2x3
Re-
cube. If it had, depending on what sort of, when it comes to certain like size, if it's bipedal or like quadruped or whatever,
Yeah.
some things have a reach of 15 when they're huge. Some have a reach of 10.
Rias?
Just saying,
Rias?
this
wanna
thing
be- just
isn't. This thing isn't quadruped or biped because it's a snake.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
so
monoped.
And it is-
tripping it is useless for me.
I don't know why
Yes.
your first thought was tripping Dane, but
I changed Rias to defense mode.
you changed me to defense mode. That's sweet. Just
And
checking
I
my
then
spells
flew-
quick.
I then flooped the
It
pig.
appears. I mean, it has moved. It has spent basically all of its energy moving.
Yeah.
Maybe as per the run action.
I want to do. Oh, it's really risky if I cast that one. Oh boy.
But yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do multiple buffs then, because this is yeah. Okay. So first off, I'm gonna use a judgment. To specifically, I will use. Let's go justice and protection. I'm gonna copy them in the chat. So justice bonus to attack, and protection which can be bonus to AC.
Oh wait, I forgot. You guys need to roll me will saves as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Just quick will save. Get it.
27.
7.
I got 100.
Well, you have now become so fearless that Cthulhu themselves fear you.
Exactly.
Now,
Nine.
everyone flee in fear of
Of
Azrael.
Azrael, yeah.
Of Azrael. Run away.
Run away from the shadow guy.
Run away from Azrael!
I go crazy.
Oh.
Smash, smash.
I need to go roll raw.
Hammer, smash.
Okay.
Hammer, smash. Oh, wait. In the
Oh,
meantime,
you're right.
it's-
Everyone, because this is the fear
20
effect. Vivian
aura.
is a paladin. What's the aura of courage bonus?
Oh, aura courage. Hold on, I'm on spells.
Oh, fear.
Aura courage. Each ally within 10 feet of me gains a +4 morale bonus on saving throws against fear.
So 11 for 𝓮𝓼, 13 for Azrael, and 31 for fucking Rias.
Jesus, fuck. Wait, 31?
31?
What?
Plus 4.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
31.
this is
Holy
to
shit.
AC, or what is this
No,
for?
no.
Our save.
This
Our
is-
save.
Oh.
This is her aura of courage in order to bolster our defenses against fear effects.
I think Roll's good because he rolled a natural 20.
Okay, thank you for clarification. But what's the largest creature type? I've been trying to shout that out. Wait, is it humongous? Is humongous the largest
Humongous.
class?
No,
It's not
it's
humongous. It's
gargantuan.
huge.
What
gargantuan,
the
yeah.
fuck? What does that even look
It's
like?
the largest.
It's
So
a
It is
5x5 square.
5 or larger.
Let me Google
Godzilla.
that. God.
Technically speaking,
Oh,
like you can fight a
colossal.
building.
Oh no, colossal, you're right.
Colossal. What the
Yeah, never mind.
fuck?
Anyways, like you can
Thank
fight
you
something
guys,
that is like
Kwame
way larger or something like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
like there's technically no
colossal.
size limit, but there's one thing that like okay, like, it caps at some things. But yeah,
Yeah.
Let me
technically you can
look
fight
at
you
this.
could fight a mountain and it will be the same thing as something that's six across.
Oh,
Colossal plus and
whoa.
colossal plus used to exist. Yeah, but then they destroyed them.
Wait, what about the what?
Lucia just mentioning the essentially.
Colossal plus?
Let's see, what
What
is
the hell? Oh, God.
let's see, the is level 6. Aswa is level 6.
Yes.
𝓮𝓼 is shaken. Azrael is panicked.
Oh, fuck. I mean, I'm level
Oh.
100.
Dude.
I'm level 100.
Azrael is
bro.
panicked for 3 turns.
What
Oh
happened?
no.
Isn't Panic the worst version of
I think
Fear
so.
Effect?
I think it
Panic
is.
means that you must drop anything you're holding and flee at top speed from the source of your fear.
You have to run
Oh
away.
my
Oh, no!
god!
You literally have to run
Features.
away.
We have
Let's see
no,
here.
we have no fucking answer
If-
for this.
Yeah, you guys are fucked. Good luck. Good luck, have fun.
Well, it's
See
not
y'all
your,
later.
it is not your turn yet, basically.
Yeah, so Azra,
Okay.
you're still there. It's just
No, this is
bad.
Hold
Question,
on,
do I risk
give me a
casting a
moment.
spell in melee range or not?
Considering the fact that it runs, I think you
Oh,
might have
okay.
a chance.
Never mind. This will not work. Sorry, Azra, you're fucked.
As part of my
Okay.
move, I'll draw one short sword.
Oh, Kairi's
And-
Beyond Panic. That's terrible.
It's like, this spell buff my AC, but is it worth the risk of getting hit for buffing my AC is the question. Huh.
No, there's
Cowering is
reasons.
frozen in fear, cowering is frozen in fear and taking no action. So basically, just standing there with with -2 to AC and losing all dexterity, if any.
Scared stiff. Got it.
To be fair, there's probably a puddle under you.
No, Azra, come on, don't do that to him.
Azra doesn't piss himself at the very least.
There's some light urine trickling down. Just
Oh,
light.
sweat.
He does it himself, sure he does it.
I don't even know, bro. Yeah, I'm panicking.
Okay.
By the way, Venom says they go to 16 for the corgis, which
16.
on
Is
initiative
that
for
with or
most of it.
without?
I think that's
16
what.
with. I'm guessing
Oh.
that's without. So they would be fine. They would be fine.
Guys, one of my auras came into effect.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
a great aura to have right
I
now.
only took a year before the aura of courage happened.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, guys, I also have the aura of resolve, so if there's a charm effect,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna risk it, even though it may hurt a lot. I'm gonna attempt to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Defensively or just
Defensively.
casting it?
Defensively casting it.
Defensively. Roll me a 1d20 plus your level. You'll make
Okay.
a cast level check.
Let me get my
Come
combat
on,
dice out.
The DC
Come on,
to beat
plus
is,
3.
is a 12, I want to say.
Come on, combat
No,
dice.
no. It is D15? Let me get my GM screen.
Yeah, no worries. I got 15 exactly.
That's yeah. I want to say that I don't think thinking about it. I don't think that's gonna work.
We'll see.
Let's see here. Concentration. Yeah, no. The DC for Shield of Faith is a 17, so the spell fizzles and it doesn't work.
Oh,
Okay. Oh
So
well.
you just want to stand where you are?
I don't really want to move with this giant thing in the way, yeah. I use my move action just to draw a short sword, that's it.
Okay. Vivian, big scary snake. Well, you're not scared, but it's still scary.
Danger Noodle! Danger Noodle!
I remember the
those-
swamps, okay?
This is the deity of no step on snake. You step on snake, this thing comes get you.
This pops out of nowhere.
Okay, well, guess who doesn't
Oh,
have
God, that
any
reminds
buff
me.
spells today?
Oh, that reminds me of the image of the truck where they're like, oh, don't tread on me, but some person went and just replaced it with the same yellow plate, but it was no step on snake instead. That was fun. So instead of don't tread on me, there's no step on snake.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm gonna use my special thing to move Raw here, and I believe that special
No.
thing just...
No, you can't.
You
Because
you don't have clear line of
um,
sight to it.
no, not that.
Oh, really?
Keep in mind, this entire thing is blocked. You can't move
Oh,
past it.
right.
Yeah, that's why I didn't
Because
move.
it's a 3x3. It doesn't show it well because it's not a circle around it like it usually is, but it is a 3x3. Just trust me on this one. Like, okay,
But
so
How
one,
tall are the ceilings?
2, 3.
How tall are the
So-
ceilings?
Where you currently are, it is a
Mhm.
10 by 10. It's a very square hallway. But once you get past the little awning that is like jutting out over the entrance, it appears to be getting larger inside, but that snake is blocking like a lot of it. Like you can see past it, like this looks bigger in there, but not much.
Yeah.
I will free 5 to be essentially above Deanra's head.
Is there an
I wouldn't
ETA
s-
for game?
Technically,
Time dependent.
technically,
I was
Deanra is like 5'11". The ceilings are 10 feet, and I am 1'11".
fair, okay. A 5-foot floater.
Yeah. Then, since I can see past it, correct?
Well, you say see past it. It is. You can see past it, but it is like very much blocking the entryway. It's hard to. Oh wait, I think I know how to do this. How to do this? Let me draw a shape. So
No,
draw the
I'm-
center of the room. Just imagine that's the doorway you see out, right?
Yes.
And let me get some freehand going. Extra thick. So you have like. Imagine that is what's blocking, and you also have like some bits of snake like that. So you have a very like maybe 2 feet of seeing past the top. It's like a fan-shaped snake head.
That's fine. Can I see past the snake head, and which squares can I see past the snake head?
You guys mirror behind it from there.
I suppose you can see all the way to the end of it, I suppose, but like,
I understand Rom may have to take some fall damage.
So basically, you just want to have Ra just apparate behind.
Yes, because I have the ability to move my familiar as a paladin.
Well, your companion, your cohort.
Yes.
Well, in that case, I mean, if that is your plan, I suppose you could just spend your move to just have him appear on the side or like back there.
I'd like it behind, so that way a flank can be had.
Okay, go for it.
Or
What sort of
Bring the
action
health
is
before
this?
What'd you say?
What sort of an action is this?
I am looking at that right now.
Let's see.
As
once
a
day, there
full
must be-
round action.
But it says the mount immediately appears adjacent to the paladin.
Okay, so then, hold on. I guess instead of a free 5.
I would, if you're gonna try to make a guess, make a thing like past the corner is adjacent. I would not say that's adjacent.
That was not what I was going to do. I was actually gonna move through its square as a incorporeal being.
Okay, so you're moving through its square as an incorporeal being.
Yes. I assume it will attack me.
Yes, it will. Let me just roll a d100. That is hit. Also because what's your? I want to say your flat-footed is not flat. Your touch is
It's a 15.
your touch. Yeah, that is a fair bit
Oh,
lower
hold on,
than
that's
28.
No, sorry, I was looking at Roz.
Your touch is still a fair bit lower than 28, I would imagine.
That is double my touch AC.
And roll me a fortitude check as well.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Eat facit.
I'll try not to roll a 1.
Never mind,
32.
okay. So you're not poisoned, but you do take already halved 12 points of damage as you try to move from there to above the 𝓮𝓼. As it sort of snaps out, sort of above the 𝓮𝓼's head and sort of bites at you as you move.
I no longer have a full round action.
Well, to be fair, you didn't have that when you started moving anyways.
That's fair. I no longer have a full round action. So, that'll be my turn.
Okay, so just one single move. Got it.
Yeah, I can't justify healing 12 HP.
𝓬𝓫, you need to spend your entire turn running away.
It's okay. I'm fine. But wait, out of curiosity, how much longer are we going to keep on going in game?
So I misread what was going to be happening here, and my plan was to more or less end this. I'm going to be honest, mid-encounter on a chase. So I say we're going to end it after the snake goes once.
Cool.
Well,
That's
after
fine.
one turn has passed.
Yeah, and I was just curious. I'm starting to get hungry. I get starving.
Yeah. The plan was not to go
Food is
like
important.
another 15 minutes, basically.
That's cool. That's I can do. I can do. As long as it's not like another 2 hours.
Yeah, fast, Barry. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just run. You run 70 feet away
Yes, that's
with
okay.
your stony body.
I'm alt tabbed right now, so I can't. But if you guys, oh wait,
I can do it.
Thank you, Willard. Thank you.
So you run on the corner,
Cool.
screaming like a little dragon.
Screaming like a dragonette. No, I'm kidding. A baby dragon. Cutie pie. How cute the dragon screaming is. Oh god.
If you're kind
Yeah.
of trapped, actually.
You
There's
just
no
had
way
a
out.
huge snake to sort of snap out like at the air up above you. You feel scared. You feel shaken. You have
Yeah.
-2 to everything.
That makes sense.
I have -2 to everything. That does not bode fucking well at all.
I mean, I dare say it has a frightful presence.
It does. But he sees Vivian going over there. He sees Rhea standing his ground. So 𝓮𝓼, in response, as he could hear our Blood Rager running the fuck away, he is going to fly into a rage. For a free action.
Okay.
And so +4. This at least counteracts the -2 slightly.
Well, it counteracts it exactly. Well, at least as far as combat is concerned.
As far as combat is concerned. Swift action dragon style. And I'm putting all my eggs in one basket as I will just start swinging at this giant snake. Or
Okay.
huge snake, excuse me. I gotta give it proper
You-
naming conventions.
Well,
Yeah,
it
to be
doesn't
fair.
have. To be fair, it does not have
Yeah,
it doesn't have the template size, the template of dragon of giant. It's
Well,
not a giantkin.
The
Fair
homie
enough.
that's watching Kwame is a little bit thirsty, bro. He's scaring me. He's scaring me of tripping the meat shields, bro. Oh my god, the savagery. You can't trip the
that's-
snake,
that's
but
a
you can
miss.
you can trip
Follow
your meat
up.
shield. Love it.
Well, I suppose both of those are hits, but you just sort of hit the broadside of a barn and it doesn't even budge.
Alright, and final attack.
Not a hit.
21 doesn't hit.
Yeah, 20 doesn't hit.
Guys, we should definitely fucking run.
Nope, we're committed now.
Is there an action the 𝓮𝓼s want to do?
Oh my god, I just realized something. Strike.
What?
The portcullis.
Yeah? But we have to
Try
run
whack
to the
those
portcullis.
bones.
We gotta.
Bone
No, we
shaker?
don't. Bone shaker.
Oh, shaker.
You know that
Yeah,
corgi.
I mean, this is the caster of the two that is currently going.
Yeah. Lofty is the cavalier. The other one's a summoner.
Well, Buffett has been going for a bit of a rework.
Oh, that's
seeing
fair.
as he hasn't been on the field at all. So let's just say that as I often do when it comes to Pathfinder, I like to find things, and sometimes I find tasty morsels that are interesting, and a rework was requested.
Okay,
Rather,
yeah, that's fair.
Wished upon, but yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. You're trying to rattle them bones. Rattle them bones. Let me go double check. I need to probably read up this. Okay, I'm gonna have to roll a thing.
Damn. It sounded like a heavy fall.
Well, not really now. I just sort of tossed it.
Nah, that was loud. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. That'd be dramatic. Guess not. Okay.
Okay, so you cast Bone Shaker and nothing happens.
The fuck?
Spell resistance.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
boy, this is.
It has MR,
I mean, either-
guys. He has MR.
I mean, either that or they succeeded and they will save.
Oh, that's
We need to build
That too.
AD, guys. We need to
build
build.
80.
We need to build AD. He has MR, guys. He has MR. Arslan gets it. It's the only person I care about game. No, I'm kidding. Oh
You know-
shit!
What?
You know,
I
I
did say I
used to
was-
play League of Legends.
Really? Oh, Kairi gets it. Kairi gets the reference. I'm getting wrecked right now.
I
I'm
did
doing
say
a
I want to
boxing
have
practice.
one go with the snake.
Yeah.
Really?
In his
Yeah,
Right,
turn,
you
he
did.
look
Yeah,
down mightily hungrily at the 𝓮𝓼 and snap out.
Oh my god. Snapow.
I'm gonna have to re-roll.
Crunch. Oh,
Oh no.
what?
Uh-oh.
That's a
did
crit
what?
confirm.
It
Oh
crit.
good,
It
okay.
crit.
So
What?
I rolled a natural 20, and I confirmed with a natural 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
So-
the fuck?
The longest ancient did not get a critical hit.
Thank God.
And Dane, thank you so much for the inspiration for making the longest ancient.
The longest ancient. So we
That
have Dane
was
to
a
blame for
fucking
this.
joke.
We
Okay.
have Dane. So we do have Dane to blame for this. Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you're
do.
spoken
Dane's
into
good.
it. To reality,
So,
Dane, and I
reference.
built it.
Reference for everyone who doesn't know what Will just said.
Please.
So in another server, someone was talking about trying to get people to watch a movie. They put ATLA. I didn't know what that stand for, so I decided to say Attack of the Longest Ancients,
Oh my god.
and it was Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Airbender. Yeah, you chub. You chub. I'm so offended by
By the
Dane.
way, Lucian would like you to talk to him, Gwog.
Oh yeah? In
Yeah.
like the guac voice, dude.
Meanwhile,
it's
Lucian is
let me
shouting
alt-tab.
"bruh" at me.
Let me
Anyways,
let me alt-tab.
so
Let me go back to
so
base. I
Dane,
don't wanna
you get
wrecked.
bit.
I do
please
play League.
Please roll me a
Okay.
fortitude save, Dane.
Uh, 19.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
So you know
good.
his name
So
now.
you resist the poison, but you don't resist the 24 damage as it bites you.
Okay, so I just ran through all 16 of my temp HP.
Easily.
Okay, what?
And
What?
yeah,
Oh, right, that's why.
that is its turn as it sort of looms over you, having shifted its attention from Vivian to the one punching it in the snake nards. But yeah, we're going to end it off here. But what do you guys feel like doing next session?
Running the fuck away.
Nah, the end of your rating, you should fight to the
We're fighting to the
I
bitter
will
end.
say this because, like I said, like my intention was for this to turn into a chase, because, like I said, like you guys are in a 10-foot hallway. I was trying to stress that, and
Rage.
because it's a large creature, it has to squeeze to get through.
And that's why there's so
Which
many
means-
rounding pads.
Well, it might be, but it might just be like, okay, you have a big moving thing behind you that is just moving in. But when it's squeezing, it has to move. It has to move at the lower speed, and it also has some penalties.
So many penalties.
Yeah,
You're literally playing
yeah.
Snake.
basically, yeah. It's trying not to touch the snake.
I have a feeling I'm gonna get left behind.
Well,
Well, that'll
I have a feeling at the start of the battle next time, 𝓮𝓼 has to get out of rage.
no, you're stuck in rage. Gotta keep
No,
using
I'm not.
it.
So,
I'm
yeah.
not stuck in rage. I can't believe I accidentally created this amalgamation because of Whale Duck watching.
This
I'm
happens for
always watching
hubris,
that.
man. You hubris always.
I have this weird obsession with trying to read things, despite me not necessarily wanting to keep abreast of certain channels. I like having an overview of things, but sometimes I notice things, and some things that makes gears turn, and then we get the longest ancient, which is the name Snake, which is guarding this big room with this like very fancy looking fellow over here.
God almighty, we are in so much trouble.
Yep.
God.
And you have his attention for punching it.
Oh God. And I'm safe, so you guys. So I stay as ready for the next session, right? You guys are gonna need him.
Yeah, it's mid-combat, man.
You guys are gonna need him.
Yeah.
Bro, I just want to throw some bombs like a mile away. That's not so hard. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I stay in my other D&D game, Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Despite being in a hex blade, all he does is Eldritch
uh,
Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
So
It does the most
I
damage.
assume because this is the only combat encounter, we don't get much experience points
That's cool.
from this.
You guys found a secret thing. You get experience points.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
we solved the puzzle.
Yeah,
Hey.
you guys get puzzle experience today.
Ooh. Okay.
I mean, you guys found found out like. I mean that's what I was asking, like oh, well, in which order do you
Yeah.
touch them? Like how do you turn them
Bro,
off?
I figured it was like that. That's why I hate puzzles. I fucking hate puzzles. I don't do puzzles.
I
Fuck
even
puzzles.
tried to lure Dane. Do you touch the western one? Nah, I touched the north one. The solution to the puzzle that I made was every single torch, with the exception of the one pointing towards it.
So it worked out
Yeah.
perfectly.
It worked out nicely.
So
Very
yeah,
well, it worked out
I'm gonna
very
say
nicely.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give each one of you 2,000.
2,000.
Ah!
Yes.
430 off.
Well, wait, you how many off?
430 off from reaching level 9. If we go with
In
just
that case,
2,000.
I'm willing to give you guys a debt. Everyone mark down 2,500.
2,500, okay.
𝓮𝓼 is a level 9. I will gladly go into depth for this.
Now you can fight to the death, 𝓮𝓼. You're level 9.
I can definitely try as I put my level up into Brawler.
I am 7,080 from next level.
There we go.
Reduce XP from the longest ancient encounter.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Fair
so
enough.
that's our debt. That's our debt. We lose 430 from the after the longest ancient
Wait,
encounter.
how much? Oh, 200x. Oh, whoa! Did I level up? Oh no, never mind. I'm bad at numbers.
I will need a counter roll for D10. So I'm gonna roll mine first.
Which one should I roll? You know what? I'm gonna take Gary. He hasn't been used today. I'm gonna take Gary and roll him and just half it. Yeah, that's a 4. Sorry, Gary. Don't pull your weight.
Arslan, I can tell you what the all
1, 2, 3, 4,
OLED is
5.
between the Switch. It's just a screen. That the screen looks a lot better. There's no graphical or hardware changes inside the all OLED Switch. From my understanding, it's just a nicer screen, right, guys? Will look Kage.
What?
Dane? The difference between all OLED Switch and the old one.
I have no
I
clue.
want to say OLED. That it has
like
a better
The
screen.
nicer screen, yeah.
I don't know. I
I
haven't
don't
really
think it
heard
has
much
anything
about.
graphical. Nah, the hardware.
it's-
The hardware. Nah.
I don't know if it's too much. I don't think it is like too much of a hardware thing.
Nah.
But then again, I've also heard. I don't know. Probably just look into it.
No, I did.
To
I
be
just wanna see your
fair,
guys' opinion.
Hold on.
to be fair, I have a special edition first gen Switch,
Oh,
so I'm not
nice.
changing it. Yeah, I got the Let's Go
OG.
Pikachu one.
Oh yeah, I saw
Like-
you. You posted a picture of it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I've-
nice.
I've
I mean,
got I've got an Animal Crossing one, so I'm happy
I
with
saw that one too, Will. Like,
I
that
mean,
one's pretty
if-
legit too. That one's pretty legit
If
too.
people are wanting to upgrade, the Violet and Scarlet one is goddamn
It looks
beautiful.
Really nice. It looks really nice. Now,
So I
I
was
was
debating- I was debating picking it up.
I'm looking at games, but I haven't seen that option.
I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to
Interesting.
wait
Let
to
me
pick
try
it up. So
helping you as well.
I'm gonna check out. I'm just gonna keep an eye out. I was debating like upgrading to an OLED myself,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna wait and see if there's any like if there's any OLED like deals going on during Black Week or Black Friday or Cyber
David
Monday or
was
something
right.
like
Yeah,
that before I do
that's a
anything.
good point. That's a good point. Will, look, yeah, Cyber Monday is right around the corner. That's
Yeah,
true.
I'm not gonna buy it now. I'm just asking because.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
I'm gonna say that the corgis don't mark
Here.
experience yet. I'm gonna
Arslan.
say when average party level bumps it up to 8, I'm gonna say then that the corgis get to 8, then and after they get up to
Oh,
8,
Oh shit.
yeah.
There
After they
you
get
go,
to 8,
Strife.
then it's, yeah. Oh, think. Once the corgis get to level 8 through like average party level progression, then you can start counting experience with them if you want to.
I'm
See.
Also, a little bit back to talking
Ah.
Pokemon. We started with Pokemon, middle of Pokemon, and ended with
We
Pokemon.
ended with
Yeah,
So-
you
Yeah, I
can
know,
never
right?
skip.
The billboards in the electric gym place. The Spriggerito poster. Spriggerito looks drunk. I think Spriggerito is advertising alcohol. It has red
Ah.
cheeks and is drinking from a can.
I gotta change all my D8s to D10s now.
Oh, but it's sold out. Yeah.
Woo.
That's fair. It's
Yeah.
just it exists and it's real nice.
Oh
Would
god.
they ever
so
actually
many-
restock it or just gonna
Yeah.
stay sold out out of curiosity?
I don't know.
Eventually they'll restock it
Oh,
because that's how they're gonna sell
whoa.
more. But because of supply and demand, those quickly sold out.
Yeah.
So they're gonna take care of all the pre-orders of it
Well,
first.
I'm not sure if it actually comes with the game.
Oh
Does it?
yeah, it doesn't say. Does it? I'm looking at the box right now, bro. It doesn't say. It just says Nintendo Switch Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Edition. Does it say anything
Games not
about-
included.
Damn.
It
Yeah.
does say games not included.
Damn.
is good.
Bro, that's savage. That is
I mean,
savage.
you say. I mean, you say
It's
that.
like $10. It's $10 overall. It's actually about the same.
Yeah.
Is it? though.
It's like $10 for design. Is what they put there.
Well, the white one, yeah, it's
The white
like
one's clean. The white one's clean as fuck. The white one's pretty nice. I like the white one. Huh. But it looks like it does give you like an angle and adjust a better stand, and that's like it. But the internal graphics, hardware, hard drive, CPU, GPU, it's all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah,
At least
I want to say the biggest thing is the screen and
screen.
dock. I want to say might be
yeah,
different.
the screen, the dock, and then the flap, the back part, the stand. Which to me, it's like okay, cool. You
Yeah.
understand? LOL. Cool. The
A
fuck.
part of why I feel tempted to get a new one as well is that the Animal Crossing controls Joy-Cons, the left one is starting to drift left right wise.
No.
yeah, I had to get rid of my I had to get rid of
Joy-Con
my
drift is the worst.
Pro
I'm not
controller
getting rid
because
of
of it.
As far as I'm concerned, those like it's just left right. It is just left right drift. I can still
Yeah.
use it to play Mario Kart. Let's just like one and one. It turns into two Mario Kart controllers basically, because if you have on auto acceleration, you don't need to worry. It's just Mario Kart. You don't need those directions when you're holding it sideways.
Yeah, so it's literally the biggest difference between them is the display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I'd wait for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet one
Yeah,
because that's
yeah.
neat.
That's true. That's true. It looks really
Yeah,
nice.
it's like
It's
only
hella
$10
fresh.
more with the OLED.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd get it for sure.
Also, what the fuck? What?
What?
Well,
So I went into one of my local I went onto my like the website of one of my local things, and apparently I didn't know this, but the web store of one of my local electronics shops has the Amiibo card series for sale.
oh, nice.
Well, that's pretty nice,
$3.
actually.
I'm gonna buy those because goodness me, I want those. I want to have more Animal Crossing things.
Poor
yeah.
Professor is trolling the fuck
Yeah.
out.
I
It's
mean,
all bullshit.
I would not get the light. Just
No.
personally.
No, do not get the light. I wouldn't get it either. I'd run away screaming, bro. It's a ripoff. Okay, fine. It's not a ripoff, but personally, dog, I feel like it's a ripoff because it's like.
What is my thing?
mm.
What is
Why?
my HP now without that bonus?
Bro, it's
Yeah,
only like
So
200.
okay, so the difference
it's 99.
between
light?
the OLED and the Pokemon OLED is like
Mm.
$50 and $50
Alright.
bucks over here.
I'm done leveling up.
$50.
You have to remember
Yeah.
that shipping is very expensive to his country.
Oh yeah,
Strife.
Norway.
I mean, here's the thing.
I picked up what we talked about.
We have trade agreements with the EU, but Norway is not a part of the EU, so we don't get the same prices as EU countries. Chances are, if I go to Sweden and buy it there, it's going to be maybe somewhat cheaper. That's part of the reasons why, like, you can go to Denmark and find a half-a-liter bottle of rum for 100 crowns, like $10. Meanwhile, the same bottle in Norway costs 2-3 times as much because we don't have the same like trade deals as EU proper.
All right, let's go find some of the raid. Let's end stream here, guys.
Can I? I was about to say,
Yeah.
can I give a suggestion? But no, I don't think that's going to work because I don't think they're online this time.
Oh,
I was rated earlier by someone, and I wanted to
Re-rate
Okay,
them.
back.
Yeah, re-rate them, but yeah, no, I don't see anyone on. Don't see them on.
all right. I already know who we're gonna raid though because of who's in call right now.
Yep,
So
yep.
let's get to the stream ending part. Bye, everyone.
Bye.